we'll do a little time jump of a couple of days.
Okay.
And
Cool.
you've been on the what's generally known as the Elf Road that leads between Valarian and Oakenford Crossroads, heading south back towards Oakenford, with Mirabelle riding behind Lorben and Ingrid and Jeb on... I'll never get this the right way around. No, Lorben's on Frank, right? And Ingrid and Jeb are on KN.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Correct.
So
Frank
all
Like it was
if it helps
spiced.
you.
the six of you heading... It's a misty, rainy day as you travel south, and in the distance you can begin to make out the shape of Oakenford Crossroads as you draw near. 2 days on the road. Lorben, what have the conversations with Mirabelle been like?
I think he's kind of just let her lead the conversations a little bit. I think quite quickly he'd have picked up on her maybe tendency to be on a kind of a one-track conversation of kind of like she's got a thing she wants to talk about, and that is the thing that's going to be talked about. So he's kind of just letting her lead and see what he can kind of pick up on what she's talking.
Mirabelle has spent quite a lot of the journey recounting prophecies that she has given to people about their futures, which have mostly been pretty banal stuff, and as you and Jeb, and definitely not Ingrid, observed, seemed to be mostly pretty positive and kind of in the vein of all your dreams will come true. You know, your heart's desires will be realised.
That'd be nice.
Ingrid's sort of wondering what that would be like, you know. 2 days on the road, Ingrid. What's been any challenges that you've met along the road as you were heading towards Oakenford on the Elf Road?
Wait, sorry. Did you talk to me?
Yeah,
I just spaced out.
I was no worries. I was wondering what challenges you may have faced in the last 2 days on the road, if any.
Really challenged with her focus.
Ingrid was just in the audience for a second there.
We were attacked by two dragons, but Ingrid did not notice. Lorben and Jeb just kind of sorted it out. It's fine.
She's in the rhythm of the horse and just kind of zoning out, you know. I don't know. I think
I like to imagine Ingrid like trying to figure out what the neckerchief does by like kind of throwing herself off the horse to see if it's like feather fall. It's like no, you know,
no, not that one.
chop a thing to see if it chops like harder somehow. Like
try to like hit things with it to see if it ends up like a secret weapon. I don't know.
Yeah, like see if you could throw it more accurately somehow, or like doing like a fireball gesture just for like maybe this. No.
Have Jeb or Ingrid
Lorben, punch me through this. See if it doesn't.
have Jeb or Ingrid been asking Mirabelle anything in particular? Is there anything you would have wanted to know about her or ask her on 2 days on the road with her? It's presumably you've made camp a couple of times, and anything that you would have wanted to ask her or indeed ask each other. My goodness.
Sorry.
Yeah. I feel like if she was talking about prophecies and stuff, I would definitely avoid asking her to like give me another one. I don't want to redo. I'm good.
Yeah. I think that I feel like Jeb would be very like intermittently just asking like, well, how are you, dear? Is your head feeling better? Are you having any more kind of funny visions? You seeing things, or are you feeling a little more right in the head?
Mirabelle is always playing with this contraption of hers, this little wooden contraption that she uses to kind of self-soothe, it would seem. Mm-hmm. But I think not that comfortable talking too openly about that kind of stuff, and obviously it's probably still quite an overwhelming time for her, and she's probably feeling a mixture of sort of fear, apprehension and guilt, and yet excitement, perhaps optimism. But she just sort of nods and continues. I'm really good, thank you, Mr. Jeb.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. You just keep playing with that cube of Rubik that you got right there, and I think you'll be right. In my head, it's a Rubik's cube.
That's a funny name for it. Cube of Rubik.
Sorry, I had a cousin had one of them or something might like that, and that's what he used to call it. So.
Good. So you as you approach Oakenford Crossroads, what remains of it? As you come closer, Jeb, you were last here a good kind of 7 weeks ago or so now. Ingrid a couple of weeks after that. Has Lorben ever been to Oakenford Crossroads?
I think it's likely he would have maybe come through at some point, just because of where it's placed. It's such a central traveling location, right?
Yeah. Lorben, give me a history check, why don't you? Let's see how well you know Oakenford.
Or
I feel like that's something that Jeb would also kind of ask among the group, and Lorben's like, had he been before, and how long has it been? Yeah,
may need to.
Yeah,
I don't think the rolling thing is working for me. Oh no, did that come through? Yes, it did. Okay, technically,
did,
I see.
Although I don't see the dice on stream. No,
yeah.
Which I've had that happen a couple of times. What's going on here? 2 seconds.
There it is. A little slow. Wake up, D-Dice.
Did it come through?
Come on.
It did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not
on D-Dice,
I don't think. On stream, it didn't.
Yeah.
Well, let's sort that out. Oh,
there it is.
Oh,
that was weird. I didn't do anything.
I think it's just
needs a little time to wake up, doesn't it?
It was really tired. It had a hard day yesterday.
I mean, when I rolled it first, it just shook for ages before actually rolling. So I don't know what's going on there.
Wait for anticipation.
Are you're that annoying person in the board game or at the craps table, Lorben, who shakes the dice for 2? Come on, honey, Papa needs a new pair of pants. This is a old lucky 7.
I'm just trying to wait out for the place to close so I don't have to actually roll it. The best way.
So
he's looking. He's like, "Oh, I can't do it if you're watching. Look away."
On a 10. Then so I think we can. Lorben is a guy who's travelled around for a number of years. It seems unlikely that he would have never been through the most central trading post. But perhaps it's been a good sort of couple of years since you were last there, and maybe you don't have any kind of significant relationships. Of course, the fort which previously stood here was reduced to rubble, and most of the garrison of soldiers who would of course represent the Raven Legion, who you fought in the war, Lorben, were killed in the meteorite impact. With the fort having been reduced to rubble. Jeb, you were keen to return to Oakenford. What were you hoping to find? What was driving that impulse of wanting to return for Jeb?
Well, I think Jeb was concerned about maybe getting back as soon as possible, just to kind of to help if he could, make sure that folks are doing all right and don't need something while he's gone. I think there's a little bit of concern about the meteorite being left, since it just didn't seem quite natural, and just a bit, like he was taken away for so long, and it just with no real communication, back with the people he knows there, and he just want to make sure that they're getting on okay. That there was some relief that come, and if he could go somewhere else to help, like that he. So yeah, he just wanted to really just get back and check in with the folks that he cares about there.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, and as we get close, I tell Ingrid and Lorben both. I'll be like, because looking at the horizon, I imagine it's like a rake just like cleaved away half of the skyline of this settlement, right?
Yeah, you better believe
it's
it.
just really, really somberly, just kind of under the rain dripping off the top of his hat, just say like, I hate y'all got to see it like this. It ain't the same as it was.
I don't even know if I recognize it after the last time I came through.
Yeah, it looks about plowed like a field after harvest. Half of it. It's an ugly sight. I hope that with time, it can be what it once was, but it's gonna take some doing. It's tore up bad.
The sight that awaits you as you draw near to the town is certainly an improvement on what you saw last time, Jeb. Firstly, the enormous dust cloud has long since dissipated. So things are kind of back to normal in terms of the air that you're breathing and the vision and all that kind of thing. You can see off to your right as you're approaching the on the kind of northwestern corner of the town. You can still see that the meteorite itself is still implanted in the ground. There does appear to have been a bit of a clean-up operation. You can see that there are like large piles of rubble that appear to have been kind of collected and put to the side so that throughways can be cleared and so on. But as you do draw near to where the town walls previously stood, you hear a cry from behind one of these rubble piles, and a figure familiar to you, Jeb, leaps out and cries, "Ne'er-do-wells, stand clear!" And
what the fuck is this guy?
Hell, I'll be damned.
And you see the unforgettable face of Susanard Meningus of the Rubra Quirks, shortly followed, of course, by the Tabaxi Top Buttons and the, thus far at least, in your experience, mute elf Galanor, who comes, as ever, somewhat less enthusiastically trudging behind Top Buttons, who's making lots of poses to look impressive, and Susanard Meningus, the pink-haired girl who you met on the road to Midgin, right after leaving Oakenford previously. They had of course told you that they were heading to Oakenford to see how they might be made useful, and this is their attempt at some kind of stealthy ambush, I think. They say, and Susanard wields her axe and she goes, "The town of Oakenford will forever be safe as long as the Rubra Quirks are here." "Yes, that's right. You can come into a lot of places, but not this one." Galanor rolls his eyes, as ever. And Susanard, Susie, if you will, strides forward, axe in hand, and she begins to state your business or prepare to. Oh, it's you. And she recognizes Jeb and sort of immediately becomes a little calmer. She's like, "Oh, you've made it back. I'm glad."
"Oh, it's Susie. It's nice to see you here, Top Buttons, Galanor. Pleasure. Oh, how's it been here? You're a sight for sore eyes." And I'll hop off Cayenne and kind of like go up to sort of embrace, like a good handshake of each of them. So yeah.
When you go to shake Top Button's hand, he holds your hand a little too long and sort of strokes your hand just slightly. He's like, Yes.
Oh, wait, all right. Yeah, all right then. Yeah.
Do we see this from the horseback? Like, how brazen is this guy?
Oh, he's a lot.
Top Buttons is pretty brazen.
He's a lot.
Even that part is performative as he's doing.
Yeah.
He so obviously you're all on horseback. It sounds like Jeb has jumped down from Cayenne to go and make his introductions. Susie,
I'm excited to see them for sure.
Susie's like, well, where have you been? How come you're back?
Well, I got kind of sidetracked a bit. I was looking for Great Wolf, as you might remember, and we found it, but it wasn't exactly what we had in mind. And I met these two fine folks. This here's Ingrid, and this is Lorben, and they've become my traveling companions.
Oh, wow.
And introductions back, yeah, each of them by name, yeah.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Susan Adminingus of the Rubric Works, and this is Top Buttons, and this is the Galenor Lionhearted. Galenor's armour, his pauldrons and his kneecaps are adorned with like a lion head motif. And he looks quite an accomplished kind of guy, but he's just hanging back, kind of drawing patterns in the dirt with his sword at the moment. She says, "Well, we've been employed as the gate guards for the North Gate for the time being, so we're tasked with ensuring that anybody coming into Oakenford is able to lend assistance and is you know, are going to be of useful to the cause. Do you think you'll be useful to the cause?"
Oh, we most certainly will. And I must say, I sure appreciate y'all being so useful as well.
Yes, I try my best to be useful in a lot of situations.
I reckon you do.
Not
sure what to do with this.
Jeb, what's this guy's deal?
What's the story here?
He's a friendly sort. It's best not to worry about too much. And I'm gonna kind of pivot off of that uncomfortably and kind of say like, well, Mr. Galenor, it's mighty nice to see you. How's it been these last few fortnights? Has it been anything you've had to fight off? And it looks like some progress has been made. That's mighty comforting.
You're talking to Galenor, yeah?
I am talking to Galenor.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if there's any response. Yeah.
He looks up and looks back down at the dirt. Kind of ignoring your question, Top suddenly kind of angles his head and looks around Lorben. He's like, "Oh, I don't believe you introduced me to your other friend."
Oh, hi.
Not you, Ingrid. He's looking at Mirabelle.
Oh, yeah, right.
Where are my manners? Where are my manners, Miss Mirabelle? This here's oh God, I'm forgetting her last name. I feel so bad.
Freeman.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll say this here's Miss Mirabelle Freeman. She's a recent friend of ours. And she's accompanying us here.
Mr. Buttons.
Say again, Lorben?
I said, meet Mr. Buttons.
The whole time this has been going on, Lorben, you have felt Mirabelle's grip on you, you know, where she's kind of holding on to your back for steadiness, for balance. You felt that grip get a little tighter, you know. She seems a little overwhelmed by this, especially by Top Buttons. Well, you know, Top Buttons and Susie are both kind of a lot, you know.
I'm just gonna kind of lead to and be like, I'm overwhelmed as well.
She just kind of nods and carries on playing with her cube of Rubik.
just give a wave and then you should be good.
You see her kind of take a deep breath and sort of like, and she just leans out cautiously. Is like, "Hi, I'm Mirabelle. Hi," and then just like ducks back beneath Lorben.
Yeah. I think I'll dismount and then just kind of to Mirabelle, just like, if you want to maybe stay with the horses, we'll entertain Mr. Buttons for a moment. and see what's going on.
Thank you, Mr. Lorben.
Just Lorben's fine. Then I'm going to the other two.
Susie's like, so you found Great Wolf, you said?
Well, we did, and I was looking for a person with that title, or perhaps a big old critter, but ended up being up there. And I point up at the sky.
Oh.
I said, it turns out it's a constellation.
Oh, right.
Something with the old pantheon. I'll kind of say that like a little bit lower, like oh.
The old pantheon. You mean not Corvus?
That's right.
Well, we're supposed to guard Oakenford unless you're going to be really useful. How? Are you going to be useful?
Oh, we most certainly will be. We're gonna. Well, my first point of business is I want to check with the townsfolk, make sure that people are well taken care of, and they're getting. Looks like there's been some construction been done. Just kind of see what else we can do to help here before we kind of set back out.
I am not at liberty to discuss any ongoings in construction or rebuilding or aid in Oakenford. And she kind of stands with her axe in front of her, quite trying to look very official.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, you're doing a great job.
Have you had a lot of trouble after the incident? This seems like a great length to go to.
No.
To have a script, even.
Most of the people coming in have actually been bringing help, actually, but we were instructed to come and stand here at the North Gate and not be in the middle of town. They felt that our skills were better used here.
Ah, I see. Very good.
My skills are better used somewhere else entirely, of course.
What's your deal, Buttons?
You can call me... You don't have to call me Buttons, darling. You can call me Top.
I think Bottom might be better suited, but we'll see later.
Well, I'm open to it if we're having that conversation, darling.
Another time.
You do travel, he says to Jeb, with some truly divine creatures. Well,
they're good company.
Galanor has been kind of getting a bit like irked by all this, and just walks over and just like gently but kind of firmly kind of pushes Susie out of the way and just like looks at her with this exasperated expression, like, what's the point in this? Like, and he just like gestures into the town to you and just kind of like goes back to drawing patterns in the dirt with his sword.
I like this one.
He's doing
I like
the
him.
John Travolta Pulp Fiction thing where he's just like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah. Exactly.
Perfect.
Does he have any like obvious like insignias or engravings or anything of note on his armor, or is it just kind of like quite nicely put together armor?
Give me another history check, Lorben. Why not?
Yeah, let's give it a go. Are you? I've tried it.
There it comes.
Okay, there we go.
14.
Okay.
Rolls are going to be a little delayed this evening from me. I don't know if that's going to be everyone or just me.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Time will tell.
On a 14, I think maybe Lorben actually has heard of him. I don't think he's famed as like a kind of great war hero or anything, but I think that you may well have heard of Galanor of Velaryon. Galanor Lionhearted is his nickname. He certainly fought in the war, so I think it's entirely possible that while you probably haven't met, you may well be aware of him just because you were from that neck of the woods.
Yeah,
and...
just local news or anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
War propaganda, maybe.
But to answer your actual question, as I say, his thing is that he's got the lion motif in various places on his armor. But other than that, there's no kind of crests
Name rings a
or
bell,
anything
but
like
no.
that.
Sure. Okay. I think I'll keep that one to myself and lock that one away. I don't think agitating an old war hero, so to speak, isn't maybe the best thing to do on the way into town.
It's a very big sword.
He is already angry, so.
Is he drawing? You said he was drawing in the dirt with his sword. Is he drawing anything in particular, or is he just kind of like absent-minded?
He's doing what you would do in the back of a school class, where you're doodling in the back of a book.
He's made like the S.
He's made the cool S.
Really cool.
He's doing like a spiral that he then does. He's doing like just like geometric
like
shapes, and then just like filling one part in and so on. Yeah, doesn't appear to be anything of value.
It's not like drawing a summoning circle or something. So.
Like, what are you?
Not that you know of.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
The cool guy S maybe does that.
I mean, if he summons the cool S, we're in big trouble.
It's the summoning.
Keen to save face, having been sort of gently ushered back by Galenor, Susie kind of once again plants her axe in the dirt and goes, "You have been granted leave to enter the town of Oakenford Crossroads. Be safe, traveller."
Jeb's gonna make a big point of like stomping a foot and standing straight up and like saluting, like, "You're doing a great work, Susie."
Give me a charisma. Just give me a flat charisma check on that, Jeb.
Outstanding. So that's +1.
Is it not deception?
My sweet
You tell me.
Maybe you mean
I am being as sincere as ever.
She looks pleased with that. She sort of like smiles a little bit, and Reese stands up somehow even straighter. Is like, "Go on with your day in peace, friends. But never forget the name of the rubric works."
How could I ever?
Sorry?
The rubric works.
The rubric works.
Aye.
What does rubra mean?
Go on, traveller! Be safe in Oakenford Crossroads!
She's on a loop. We've spoken to her too much. I'll start leading the horses.
Right. We'll have to come back later. She'll have more dialogue. It's all right. We gotta clear like a boss fight. Or we gotta find the next
you gotta hit a
bonfire.
checkpoint first.
Never make it clear enough.
I've seen how this works. I've seen it.
Must have been the wind. Right. So moving then past our friends, the rubric quirks, as they go back to hiding behind piles of rubble to jump out at unsuspecting passers-by. Let's just very briefly, this is what Oakenford looked like, Jeb, at the time that you left. It's of course been absolutely devastated by the meteorite, which, as I say, is on the... So the meteorite is now kind of directly off to your right.
Okay, I was about to ask kind of for our bearings.
Yeah, you're coming from the north side, right? So, you're kind of coming in past the ruins of the fort that was previously here. And as I say, you can... what the town looks like now, don't expect anything too dramatic, but here's how it looks now. So as I say, it has been tidied up somewhat.
Okay.
As you come in, it's still lightly raining as you enter the town. I think the things that are impossible not to notice are, number one, a lot of the worst rubble has been cleared away. It still doesn't look great. The paths have been made more visible to allow for better movement around the area. It's been kind of swept and that to an extent. The other thing that's impossible not to notice is there are a lot of tents. A lot of the town is now essentially a kind of campsite. It looks almost like an army on the move sort of thing, you know, that they're sort of making camp, and it's all a lot of temporary stuff. Some of the I mean, on the side of the town where you are, basically everything was completely destroyed. It's really only on the southeastern side of Oakenford that a few things survived. But you know, that's what you see. So everything kind of looks like a relief camp, basically. So I guess my question...
How long...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, how long did you say it was since the impact?
We are now about 7 weeks or so since that took place.
Okay. So as we're walking, if we're nearing kind of the tent site and kind of where there's encampments, do I see any people milling around? Is there anybody walking or kind of
there are a lot. There's a lot of people. Well, a fair few, less than there used to be. But the operation is ongoing. There are people working as we speak. To what you'll see is that there are some people are trying to repair some of the structures that are still at least somewhat standing, or create or. If there are structures that were not completely demolished, they're trying to turn them into like temporary shelter. You know, try to make them at least a better bet than a tent.
Yeah.
There are people milling around. There appears to be, you know, there's like big outdoor stoves that have been set up and that are making like stews. It looks like a relief camp, basically. So I guess my question to you all is: you've got the meteorite over to the northwest of the town. As I say, the less damaged part of the town is on the southeast. There's various derelicts throughout the town and the demolished fort, and there's the campsites. Where do you all want to go?
So Jeb is of two minds, because he's been so worried that something would be bad at the town, right? But seeing this is very comforting, to see that there's progress been made, people are sheltered, they're eating, you know, it's not like further death or destruction. There's not been any raiders or anything like that I know of, at least right now. So I want to kind of like... And up to Ingrid and Lorben's ideas as well, kind of, because like I think on the path there, Lorben and Ingrid, like Jeb would describe like what happened and what it was like being there. That he got blasted off his feet, and the hotel collapsed on top of him. That he was like revived, and the situation on like the southern or the southeastern side of the town, where there's a lot more well-to-do people, and we kind of had to like fight them to say like give these people housing and shelter and take care of them. But
that's right,
they did. But then, like, how concerned and worried I am, and how unnatural this meteorite looks. Matter of fact, Martin, does it still seem to be giving off this like crimson glow?
Not
like,
that you can see. Not that you can see from that distance.
Okay, because all right. So getting into Jeb now, be like, well, it brings me some peace to see it like this. It's a lot better than it was. I'll tell you that. 7 weeks ago, it was just piles of rubble everywhere, and I worried that everybody was dead. But this is nice to see. But I do want to go and meet with Mr. Greg Gannon. He's the proprietor of the hotel, and he kind of took the lead on a lot of what needed to be done here. And he's a good friend of mine. He'd love to meet y'all. But do y'all think we ought to, real quick, since we're here, and I kind of look over to the side at the meteorite, like, something about that thing don't sit right with me, and I'm wondering if we should have a closer look at it.
I have been wanting to get a closer look at the meteorite since I heard about it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about it as like a material.
Yeah, I was in such a hurry.
No one seems to be in any danger or anything at the moment, so
yeah, that's right. That's good.
It's been 7 weeks. They could spare another 20 minutes to go have a look.
I think you're right. Y'all wanna let's
yeah,
let's get over there and have a look
to the
I'm
meteorite.
Keep my eye out.
Yeah.
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 I have a feeling we're not going to be able to get a horses down a meteorite crater, so we might need to leave
Yeah, it
Mirabelle
looks-
around
that
the
looks
Yeah,
outside.
pretty
probably
steep.
somewhere.
Yeah.
If
I'm
Mirabelle's
gonna
Hitch up,
also
girl.
keep
You'll
my
be all
eyes
right.
out. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for my my apprentices that I left here, just to like check in.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
As
that's
well.
right. So that's right. So and so to make sure everybody's on the same page. So Ingrid did pass through here as part of the aid from Iron Glen and left a couple of apprentices. But having heard that her old acquaintance Jeb had gone off north, set off in search of him. So yeah, no problem at all. And yeah, Jeb's absolutely right that there was a bit of a to-do with a woman called Kerriman Bounders who was one of the wealthier people in the town, who was not really pitching in with the relief effort and was trying to use it to get a bit of coin by offering her houses for shelter at an inflated price, which went down like a lead fucking balloon, as you can imagine. But anyway, this meteorite crater... Yeah, go ahead.
I'm really sorry. I just realized something because to be honest, I keep kind of forgetting Mirabelle's with us. So what I'm going to say is, I'll say, Miss Mirabelle, would you like to go and maybe get you a cup of stew? It's been a long journey. I reckon you might be hungry. You can have a little rest. We're going to go over here and have a look at this. But you can go make yourself comfortable. These are mighty nice people here. They'll be happy to see you.
I will. Thanks, Mr. Jeb. As she turns to leave, she suddenly sort of stops short a second, and squints at something off not exactly in the distance, but off a certain way, and then she, Miss Ingrid.
Mm-hmm.
She points at a sign hanging from or more like a tapestry banner that's hanging from the side of a building. She says, "That's the Vanguard." And she walks off.
My brain is not connecting to the dots.
Vanguard?
Is it from the sorry, my brain is not working today.
No worries.
That
Yes.
is the word, the vision.
Yeah. So one of the things that she mentioned in the scary prophecy was the Vanguard will become the hammer, and at the time the thing that I mentioned was it would be a well-known what's the word I'm after? Jesus, what's wrong with us today?
Sorry, it's contagious.
The Vanguard Party is a well-known political entity in Playdine,
Right.
and
Coming back to me a little bit,
and a good number of the senators in Nine Spire belong to the Vanguard Party. The majority of them, in fact.
Right.
But having pointed this out, Mirabelle walks off towards the camp, looking a little nervous, but with keeping it self-soothing as ever as she goes.
Yeah. The prophecy was your your time draws near, the Minotaur's horns are blunted, the emerald is shattered, the Vanguard shall become the hammer.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Wrote that down somewhere.
Should we accompany her, or is she okay, do you think?
Maybe we should just make sure she's good with a cup of soup and then go.
Yeah, I think that might be right. She seems like this might be a situation she kind of would like a little support with. I think that's good instinct. Yeah.
I do think as long as Mr. Button stays near the entrance, nothing too bad could happen.
Yeah, I think
that's the main threat to her in Oakenford.
That's the main threat I've identified so far.
Target buttons.
So you're actually going to follow on behind her a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, just make sure she's all set.
Okay.
I think
comfy
with
spot
that
with
conversation
her.
would sort of lead her there. Yeah.
As she sort of sees, or as you follow on behind her in the end, one thing that you notice on the as you kind of get into the area of the first sort of campsite area, all the tents have emblazoned on the side, sort of in the stitching, provided by the Bounders Foundation. You, Jeb, see a familiar face come rocketing out of a tent as you walk past, and it's Ms. Hempel, who was the woman who pulled you out of who saved you and pulled you back into the Gilded Bear on Disaster Day. And she goes, "Is that Jeb?"
Miss Hempel, my goodness, it's so nice to see your face. How are you, mate?
I told you there was something wrong up in the sky, didn't I? Did anybody listen to me?
No, we sure didn't. We should have, and I'm so sorry. You were trying to let us know, and thank you, dear.
Well,
thank you, dear. How are you? It looks like things are moving all right here.
Things are well, they're going. It's a bit better. Who you're traveling with some?
It looks better than it did when I left. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
Yeah. It doesn't have quite as much dust in the air, I suppose. Yeah. And who are these lovely people? Your friends of Jeb, are you?
Indeed.
Yes, of course.
Ingrid.
Lorben, and I'll go for a handshake.
And I'm Mirabelle. Oh well. Hello, welcome everybody to Oakenford. Sorry, it's not looking its best. She gives a kind of nervous laugh. It's like, no, I shouldn't joke.
All things considered, it's looking real good. Hey, is Mr. Greg around? Has he been doing all right?
He'll be around somewhere, but I can let him know that you're here if I see him.
Oh, if you would, please. We got a little bit of business on the outside perimeter, but we'll be back around. I wanted to just check in, kind of see where things are before we may have to set out again. Just a brief visit right now. We're here for a good time, not a long time, but it's good to see you.
He'll be pleased to see you. I don't know about the good time though.
Well, it lifts my spirits to see things kind of starting to clean up. It's a slow process, but looks like y'all been doing all right.
Mirabelle kind of looks up and is like, could I maybe have a little soup if there's some spare? She's like, oh my goodness, where our man is, of course. She goes, Davin! And a guy stood over near a big cauldron of some kind of broth. Looks up. She's like, fix the girl a bowl, will you? She says, right, I'm on shift, back to the cleanup. Never ends, but hopefully, one day, hopefully it will.
Miss Hempel, sorry, if you don't mind, do you think it'd be possible for you to maybe show Mirabelle around and we need to run just a couple of quick errands and we just want to make sure that she's in good hands and...
I'll take good care of him, my darling. Don't you worry about that. If I can save this one, pull him out of the rubble, I can look after a young girl.
Right. Yeah. Now, Mirabelle, I'll turn kind of take Mirabelle's hand a little bit and say, Miss Hempel here, she knows hospitality. Like she knows this town. She's the sweetest lady. She's gonna take good care of you.
Oh, you stop it, will you? Stop it. Come on, darling. Let's get you some soup to start with, and then I'll give you the grand tour, as it were. It's a bit shorter than it used to be. Come on. So, to the meteorite then.
Yes.
Jolly good. As you pass back through these tents provided courtesy of the Bounders Foundation. Good. Let's talk about this crater a second. So the meteorite itself was just over 20 meters wide. So I guess that makes the crater about 150 meters wide in total. It's fairly shallow. Obviously, it does dip down, but then kind of levels out, and it's not like, there's a bit of a cliff of sorts, but nothing that you couldn't scramble down. But you know what? For the lols, everybody give me an athletics check.
Oh
You-
no.
You fucking bastard. Wait, hang on. Oh no, I'm a baby boy. I'm good. I should be good at this.
Should. I've heard that before. 18.
My athletics is not good.
Ooh,
12.
I'm low to the ground. It's okay.
Not far to fall.
Oh, I eat shit. Classic
Hell yeah,
roll.
dude.
The three of you begin to lower yourself down into this crater. When Jeb, you begin to lose your footing, and little pieces of dirt and rubble slip away under your feet. As you begin to lose balance, what do you do?
All you
Try
hear
to
is like
catch 'em.
just what I hear. What you'll hear is like, all right, y'all, be careful. It looks a little steep, and then you'll see like crumble, crumble, and then you'll have Jeb go, well, and I just. He's like,
Jeb, give me can you just roll a d6 for me, Jeb?
yeah.
Hold on, this is
Right.
for-
This meteorite really
one.
just
That's
loves
fine.
it.
I'll take 1 point.
Your terrible rolls pay off. You take 1 point of damage.
Dice
You
take
good?
it. And they also sometimes take it.
Yes, indeed.
And I'll be
You
like,
look like a dust bunny now.
No, I ain't. The only thing hurts my pride, Miss Ingrid. I'm all right.
Okay.
Oh, Jeb,
Alright.
we'll beat that out of you. I'll just pick it up.
Right.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
When that's
They
gone,
have
nothing
cats.
will hurt.
That's right.
True.
Meanwhile, Lorben and Ingrid seem to make reasonably straightforward work of making your way down.
Not pretty, but it worked.
As you approach the meteorite, I'm just trying to think the best way to do this. Everybody give me a nature roll.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Cool. I'm so good at those.
Oh, that's something I'm actually proficient in. Let's see if it means
good.
anything. Okay.
Natural 1.
Natural also
my
one,
fucking life.
but with a +5 to 6.
Did I get the highest with this one?
I'm afraid so, by some
have a
way.
negative one.
So good.
Looks like some kind of rock. Looks like some kind of rock, guys.
That's
I'm
absolutely
not even
right.
sure of that.
I think Ingrid, on your 10, you have sufficient rock knowledge, given you are from the mountains as well, of course.
Do things with metal.
In case it was at all ambiguous, the composition of this. And let's say you're kind of 10 meters away from it now. You're looking at this thing. It's not familiar to you. You've never seen a rock like this. You know, it appears to be sort of like recognizably rock, but it's a different color. It's called almost like it's got like like sponge, like the little holes, and like it's got that kind of all over it. So it just doesn't look like a boulder,
porous.
you know. It does look unfamiliar. What do you want to do?
Jeb
Do you
would
want
just
to
say like, I can't make head or tail of this thing. This is weird.
Would I
probably
be able
just,
to?
like really fascinated by it, and like I'm just gonna go look at it and like stare at it.
Mhm.
Maybe chop off a little piece of it and look at it.
Mm.
Yeah. Are there like pieces of it around, like kind of pieces that?
Oh, there'll
separate
be little pieces on the floor for sure, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'll definitely
think I
just
would
pick one
pick
up
up
instead of sitting
a
it.
chunk and just kind of puzzle it. Yeah.
I'd be interested to approach this with an Arcana perspective, potentially through the medium of picking up a small part of it and letting Rodney just chew on it, or see it, just kind of analyzing his behavior as a way of determining any kind of magical prophecies of what's going on there.
Rodney bites it and transforms into a terrestrial.
Exactly.
Solid game over.
Give me
Roll credits.
give me an Arcana check then, Lorben.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that tracks.
Oh,
Rodney
terrible.
Rodney studies this thing as you hand it to him, and very tentatively protrudes his tongue, sort of.
Everyone get the clips ready.
As he touches his tongue to the thing, he sort of and lobs the rock at your head, Lorben.
Oh, I'm not even going to attempt to dodge it. I'll just take the rock to the head.
Can you roll a d4 for me?
Yeah.
Is it sharp?
You take 1 point of
Not
damage.
bad. Hell yeah, I do.
leaves a little bump on the forehead.
You little fucker.
I like when the mask slips with Rodney sometimes. We're just like, I fucking hate you. You're useless.
Before Rodney disappears back into the bag, he sort of, seemed quite irritated by this rock, beans you in the head with it, and then just sort of looks at the meteorite and is like, and sort of looks almost like he's trying to look round it, like almost look round the side of it, and then he sort of like and dives back into the bag.
I think seeing that reaction, I may actually kind of start walking around it to the other, you know what I mean? Just kind of make a loop and see it from all angles.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
As you walk round to the kind of north side of it, you can see that within its regular complexion, there's some kind of symbol.
Oh.
And it sort of looks like it's big. Like the symbol is engraved and is like 5 meters high and across. And it's almost like engraved into it in some way.
Could we flick through the cosmology book just to see if anything stands out from that? If it's any kind of like constellation or any kind of symbology that was present in it, in the notes that were written into it or otherwise.
Give me an investigation check, Lorben.
Would this be all of us or just?
Let's see how Lorben gets on.
Okay.
He's been rolling a lot of ones though.
I'm working my way up the die.
Holy
This is a spin
shit.
down. I got a 1, a 2, and a 3. I'm gonna get there. You just gotta keep getting me to roll.
I'll just keep getting you to roll. By the end of this session, hooey, this guy's gonna be putting up some numbers.
It'll wrap back around though, sadly.
Actually, I'm not even 100% sure you guys brought the book with you. Now that I think about it, I think you left
In
it
hindsight,
with.
neither am I.
I think you left it with whatever her name was, Veline.
Oh, maybe we did.
Because
Yeah,
it
maybe we
was a
did.
treasured
Yeah.
it was a treasured item
Yes.
in her family history, wasn't it? So, but
I think maybe I reach
but-
in my bag thinking I have it and just get a little nip on the finger from Rodney or something.
Well, tell you what, Lorben, give me a history check then,
Okay. I'm gonna call it now. This is gonna
or a religion check. You can choose.
Oh, I am equally bad at both of
Uh-huh.
those, I believe. I'm gonna do it as religion, despite then being no mechanical difference.
Lovely flat 19.
Hashtag
That's
left.
good.
You have seen
Hashtag
this symbol somewhere before, actually. If you remember that book that Veline had, there were some pages missing. But you think back, it really bugs you. Where had you seen this? It was somewhere virtually insignificant. But now you remember that on the contents page of that book, which had not been removed and provided kind of the clue to the pages that were missing, each kind of chapter that that dealt with a different god had some kind of symbol next to it, and this symbol, you saw it on that contents page next to the entry that directed you to the section on Asmanos.
I thought it might be Asmanos. Okay.
Interesting.
I share that information with the other two. Just that symbol was in the book for Asmanos.
Oh my goodness.
So he sent this meteorite.
Well, maybe.
Or perhaps an adherent of his sent it on his behalf, but that's concerning. We may need to get
Rodney
ourselves
this side of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wajab's talking.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I encountered somebody in Midgen when I was there who wasn't keen to talk about it, but seemed to know something or other might be helpful. We might need to do a little persuading, but maybe.
That's what that hat's for.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I kind of actually like thinking about that. Like, take the hat and sort of knock the rain off of it a little bit and put it back on. But yeah, it might. Lorben, I know you were keen to head to Midgen. It might be good to get on over there right after we're done here.
Yeah. What do you think, little guy?
Rodney pops his head out and sees the symbol, and just looks back at you, Lorben, with an expression like this, like, yeah.
It's...
Duh.
Don't even talk, you little shit. You
Can't
give me
talk, but he knows
nothing,
sass.
and then
All he knows is sass.
back in the fucking bag, you little bastard. Put a little handful of dirt.
Seeing this happen and kind of in a quiet moment where we're kind of pondering this, I'm gonna say, Lorben, I don't mean to intrude on your business or anything, and I reckon it's personal, and if you don't feel like talking about it, that's fine, but what is Rodney to you? Like, why do you think he might know something about this god?
I wouldn't say that I believe he has... I mean, I definitely wouldn't go as far as to believe he has knowledge of any kind, but...
Well, evidence bears that out.
Yeah, he knows what's edible, and it tends to be a lot of things, but...
Yeah.
Everything's edible pretty much once, at least.
Yeah, if you try
if you're
hard
brave enough, anything is, yeah.
At least,
that's
one time.
That's what we learned here today. So, I'm beholden to some higher power, to put it in a certain way. Rodney is not an avatar of that power by any means, I don't believe, but is an emissary of that power in some means. He is essentially represents my one link to the source of my power, which is a heavy thing to say to you both, but I feel like we cut a man's hand off together. I feel like we share some kind of bond at this point, quite frankly.
We've been through a couple of things.
Yeah, I think we've crossed a bridge that is going to bind us in certain ways forever.
Nothing else, I've got death on both of you, so... Rodney is... I don't believe his given name. Well, it's given by me. It's not exactly something he introduced himself with. After I came to my... Well, after I met the other power, he found me and showed me the initial kind of introduction to my power, and then just sort of stuck around. He, in his own way, gives me indications of things that I should or should not be doing, and I must follow them.
I see.
And that's sort of where I'm at in life, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. I reckon it is personal. But it does at least sound from what you say that he is to some extent trustworthy to kind of steer us in some direction that at least benefits some motivation.
So. I don't know if that could technically be wrong, but he has seemingly the motivations that I am beholden to, but interpreting them is difficult, and he is not exactly forthcoming with information, so it's not exactly a reliable compass of, well, literally a moral compass. It's not exactly that, but it is a kind of something I have to check in with, or it is bad for me if I don't.
Has there been an instance where you refused the guidance and faced consequences?
The kind of behavior that you've seen from Rodney is really him at his best. If I was to...
That's concerning. That does not feel
Honored,
me comfort in any way.
My face just kind of drops a little bit, and it's just like... I call him Rodney, and he does live in a bag and is a goofy little guy, but he ultimately is a demonic being from another realm, another plane of existence. If this creature so chose, he could possibly make a good attempt of all of our lives in our sleep and just fully devour us from head to toe, leaving no resemblance of remains on this plane.
Cool.
You see Rodney pop up out of the bag briefly and look at Ingrid and Jeb and do the Robert De Niro eyes. Just do that. And then it's like, and then just ducks back down into the bag again.
That's good.
I check in with this creature so frequently out of a deeply ingrained sense of fear for if he was to show me I'm doing the wrong thing through some other means.
I see.
Sleep with my axe. My hand on my axe. Got him. Cool.
Yeah.
He is, for all intents and purposes, my best friend through necessity. But he's not a good guy. He is a demonic creature. But yeah,
Greg,
he can
you're
do some truly horrible, awful things.
The history of your characters and their best friends on this channel, Greg, is truly tragic.
Deeply, profoundly upsetting.
I don't know why this keeps happening. I don't know. It's just
Jeb, can you give me a history roll, please?
Of course. I love to fail another roll for you, Martin. Let's do this.
I always
just
enjoy
give me
it.
a nat 20. I feel it in my bones.
Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Here we go.
I feel it.
What do we have?
Oh, so close. Oh wait, no.
The suspense is killing me. There we go.
Pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeb, I think while Lorben's been talking about this, there's perhaps been a kind of distracting thought in your mind of like, haven't you seen this symbol somewhere before as well, come to think of it? Somewhere not in that book. And you realise, of course, that it's the exact same symbol that was etched on the amulet that you've been carrying with you. The amulet of Asmanos that's been in your pocket this entire time.
Yeah, and I'll kind of like, after talking to Lorben, I'll sort of like put my hands in my pockets and kind of like and feel it.
Well,
And, like,
and when you do so, you feel that it is warm.
ow! And I'm gonna reach in and pull it out and like hold it for them to see and go, well, that's right, I did know that from somewhere. And look back up at the stone.
The amulet, similar to the meteor, has that symbol etched into it. And what you see is that at the moment it's glowing red on the amulet.
Is it made out of the same material?
No, this is made out of metal. It's made out. It looks to be made out of steel. It kind of looks like a pocket watch, basically. It's on a chain, but has this symbol etched into it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hold it for them to see and say it's hot, warm. Is the amulet glowing? Is there any like interaction I can sense other than the heat coming off of it?
It's just the symbol's glowing red. You've seen this amulet a couple of times before at various times. I think when you first picked it up, it was glowing, but not as vibrantly as it is presently. But you've also looked at it a couple of times, and presumably at various intervals along the road. And most of the time that you've looked at it, it's not been glowing at all. In fact, I'm not sure that you've ever seen it glowing apart from the day that you first collected it, and now. And now it is burning. Right. It's glowing red, but it's almost like white hot red. You know, the amulet itself is not so hot that you can't hold it. It's kind of like when you're served your dinner at a restaurant and they're like, be a bit careful of that plate. You know, that's the kind of temperature we're talking about. But not uncomfortable to hold the plate, but certainly the light being given off by the symbol is significant.
I'm gonna kind of like with it in my hand, like just like touch the meteorite to see if there's anything that it reacts to, like if the meteorite reacts to sort of like there's like a conduit, you know, like there's a transference from me to the amulet and back or something. Like I'm really curious. I'm trying to puzzle out what this could mean.
Do you know what you look like? A jackass holding an amulet against a big old rock.
Fair enough. Rude, but fair enough. Okay.
I would have done the same.
Yeah.
It seems right.
Well,
to
that point, I'll kind of hold it to the both of you, Ingrid and Lorben. Say, y'all make any meaning out of this? It's glowing brighter than I've ever seen, and it's right up here by this. And they have the same. They're obviously both of Asmenos, but I can't quite figure out why or how.
I'm gonna take it from you and just like hold it against the meteor as well.
You know what you look like?
Lorben, you look like a jackass holding a meteor up against the amulet.
I'll fucking kill. No. Okay. Can I do an Arcana check to see if... Oh, yeah, please.
I'm gonna hold it up to the meteorite.
Ingrid, you look like...
Wait, takes my scarf, holds it to the meteorite.
Oh, wrap it in your scarf.
Wrap it in the scarf.
I don't think we're getting anywhere here.
You know, I had to try.
Yeah, if anything, it confirms the connection, I guess.
Is Lorben, it bad that we have a symbol? Sorry, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it bad that I stood at a meteorite with a big symbol of Asmanos engraved into it, holding an amulet of Asmanos that is glowing? This is a bad look.
This could be misconstrued.
I'm gonna have a quick look, just like this is quite incriminating what we're doing right now.
When you look around, while you were all yammering on, I rolled a perception check for each of you, although I haven't done pluses on it, to be fair.
It would be passive perception anyway, usually.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true.
Lorben, as you look around, you do see there is a figure stood on top of the crater's edge, looking at you.
What do my half-elvish eyes see?
You see that it's Galanor.
Oh, that's bad.
Galanor is stood at the crater's edge, looking down into the crater and looking at the three of you.
We have been spotted. Should we invite him down?
I don't know.
Or do we... I'm gonna wave, just like pulling him, beckoning him down, just like... Hey.
He gives no sign, but just turns and walks off in the other direction.
Ah, beans.
Well, you know, he ain't ever necessarily been hostile, but he also ain't never really said anything at all. So I don't know what to make of him, but
I didn't want to make a big show of it before, but he is an old elven war hero of sorts. I don't know what he's doing with those other two, but he is a respectable man. He
sure carries himself that way.
Yeah, he's got that kind of casual nonchalance, you know?
Yeah. He don't necessarily seem thrilled to be part of their group, but he's, loyal to them to some degree. Lorben, does your telepathic connection allow you to maybe speak to his mind?
I would want to point out quite how alarming that would be. But
maybe we need to ask him, but I'm just wondering if there's a way to communicate with him if he ain't willing to speak. But yeah, that is fair. I reckon that'd be a little
could have a conversation with him, but potentially only within sight.
That makes sense.
Oh, and quite close. Say 30 feet. So, if we could, I could have a frank conversation with him in his mind if you were to distract Suzo and Mr. Buttons.
I don't know why you want to talk to him about your horse, Frank. You know.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah. We have fun here, folks.
That's the kind of humour you can
At
expect.
least once a session, we try to have fun.
I just wanted to let that one sit and just see how long we could just take it in, just let Bud die on that cross for us.
Stare at the camera.
Dead silence.
Oh, look at him blush. We should probably go talk to that guy.
Yeah, I think so. He seems to. If he wandered over here to watch us down here, he might know more than we think.
Yeah, but while we're here, can I have a quick inspection of the amulet and just see if digging deep into my mind to see if I've got any kind of magical knowledge on this potentially. Of
Give
just
me,
what
an
is this
Arcana
like
check.
kind of? Yeah, what is this like visually kind of making me think of in terms of magic? Not much, probably.
Doesn't look like much, yeah. Nice looking amulet. Steel's nice.
Yeah.
It's quite
The final
fun.
boss of this campaign is going to be DD dice. It's going to be us fighting this. And
Isn't it always?
I hate it so much, man.
Out of process, we're just gonna start physically rolling dice on camera at a certain point and
Right.
still roll out ones.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's invaded physical realm.
Before we leave this meteorite, I want to see if I can find or kind of chisel out a decently sized chunk of it so that I can study it.
I think there'd probably, there's definitely bits of this of all various sizes on the ground, Ingrid. So I think you can for sure find something that to take with you as a specimen for sure.
Cool. I will do that.
All right, so back up towards the gate, is it? Towards the rubric works?
Yeah, I suppose
Yes,
so.
I think so.
With a little sense of reluctance.
You head back up out of the meteorite crate, climbing up. Everybody give me an athletics check.
Oh, beans. Here we go.
You couldn't wait to say
Come on,
that.
Jeb. Jeb, do the only funny thing.
Oh, it's my turn, motherfucker.
Do the thing. Acrobatics,
one.
I have a +1. Let's see here.
I am starting to genuinely get suspicious of this dice rolling software.
Okay, so
Same
I've done
geez.
worse.
I rolled a 1.
Jeb and Ingrid are scaling up the side of the to pull themselves over the top where it does kind of dip down right at the top.
Yeah.
Lorben has already successfully pulled himself out of the crater. He bends down to lend Jeb a hand, having seen him fall down on the way in, and overcommits and slips and falls face first back into the crater. Lorben, give me can you roll a d6 for me? A 4. Okay.
Huzzah!
Good. Oh, shit.
Going in, I'm like, you can hear Jeb too. He's like, all right, Jeb. Come on, Jeb. Those old knees. You can do it. Come on.
Got this, Jeb.
Lorben just passed over tea kettle back down.
Wait.
Eventually,
I'm
the
just
three
gonna
of
laugh at you
you. Eventually, the three of you make it out relatively unscathed, and
Greatest triumph as a party so far. Scaled the side of a hill.
Hell yeah.
and as you head back towards the gate, the rubric works ever stealthy. Susie and Top are nowhere to be seen, but Galanor is just sitting on a log. He's kind of like sitting on a stump, and sort of has his sword planted between his legs, and is kind of spinning it on its tip, you know. And just looks up, but doesn't really give any visible response.
I'm gonna lean to Ingrid. Ingrid, that sword's gonna be very blunt, right? That's how that works.
I know. I keep thinking about that from the first moment I saw him.
Okay.
Bad sword taken care of.
I like that. I like that it bothers Ingrid that he's like misusing this weapon. It's like, what are you doing? Oh,
Yeah. When I saw
Is
him
that
for
what
the
you-
first time and he was doing that, like drawing him with his sword, I was like, oh, Ingrid would hate that. Oh.
yeah. You're like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Oh,
Just don't.
it's supposed to be in a shit.
don't-
Oh.
please,
It's got like
please.
chips
I just-
all through it. and
give me it.
everything.
What if you need
I'll
to
fix it for
thrust?
you. Give me.
Yeah. It's fine if you
That's
still
pretty good.
I'll fix it.
It's
He
fine
never
for
needs
chopping
to,
and
he just
slashing, but
swiped
you know,
it.
stab. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's like it's fine for chopping and slashing, but what if you need to thrust?
It
For
just
goodness'
doesn't
sake.
stab ever.
That's Button's thing. So anyway, so
Yes, indeed. So yeah, he hasn't given any visible sign.
should I introduce myself psychically, so to speak? I can't help but feel this might not be the best way to.
Yeah, it is a bit of an alarming thing, but I'm just wondering. Because yeah, I've tried to speak to him several times. I tried to speak to him when I first met him, and I tried to politely offer some conversation. So I don't know if it's a matter of he can't speak or if he just chooses not to.
Well, psychically,
Maybe go stomp on his foot and see if he yells. No, don't do that. I'm just playing.
I don't want to fight him.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Not right now.
Rodney's sick.
he doesn't. Tie in the back.
I'm not ready. Ready to stretch, you know.
He seems to not really care. Should we just go?
I think Jeb is. I'm gonna approach him. And I'm gonna say, well, Mr. Galenor, I can't help but wonder if you know anything about this. And I'm gonna hold up the amulet, show it to him, just see what his reaction is.
He looks at the amulet and sort of gives almost like a smirk. Like he looks up at you from his seated position. Well, I guess it's not up too far. I guess he's
not too far.
He's taller than you, so but maybe a little.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
He shakes his head. His pack is sitting next to him, and he reaches down and opens it up and pulls out a little parchment pad and a little piece of charcoal. You see him writing on it. He hands you a note that says, "My uncle does."
Ooh. Okay. Where could we meet your uncle? What's his name?
Does a big underline at the end. Hands you a note that says, "Tillus Trelene, Valarian."
All
Which,
right.
that was the writer of the Constellation book, right?
Yes, it was.
Or rather, it was the book was really a treatise on the gods, on the pantheon.
Yes, sorry, I'm calling it a Constellation book badly.
That's sorry. This is like Philip's reaction to this information. That's pretty huge here. Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Valine also indicated that Tillus Trelene would be the best person to speak to about the concept of Great Wolf as well.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, and I'm gonna say, well, I'll be damned. That's the second time in a couple weeks I've seen this name. Thank you.
He just sighs and gets up and sort of begins to just walk listlessly around, dragging his feet through the dirt.
Yeah.
Galenor, could I would love to ask you more about your uncle, but I don't want to burn through your parchment paper. Would you mind if I communicated with you telepathically for a moment?
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
That was a great way to approach that, Lorben.
Yeah,
I don't want to waste your notebook, you know?
Yeah.
On an 11, he just stares blankly at you and then wags a finger and turns and walks away.
That was a little rude, if anything.
Well, yeah. I guess he seems to be a man that enjoys his solitude. I reckon he wouldn't be as keen on us prying around his mind.
Yes, well, I mean, it's... Yeah. I think on that, I might do a little sneaky cast of Detect Thoughts on the guy. So as Jeb says, it wouldn't be mind. That's prowling around his mind. I'm going to sneakily immediately do that.
I love that I say that, and Lorben's just like,
well, I can do that. So I'm gonna do read thoughts, which I can detect surface level thoughts without basically alerting him to the fact that his mind is being probed.
Yeah.
I won't go deeper unnecessarily on that.
Okay. So if you probe deeper, the target has to make a wisdom saving throw, right? So
Yes.
What is most? So you initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. What is most on its mind in that moment? So this is just going to almost be his mood, right? Like,
or just any like immediate
topic
like
is
internal
it?
monologue that might be going, but not like any
Sure.
deepermost. Yeah.
Using detect thoughts, you pick up Galanor's in a monologue, I guess, and it's seen, and it's like it's thoughts of his uncle for sure, thoughts of Tillis Trelane, and kind of conflicted feelings about him, feeling that he's frustrated by him but also loves him and is also grateful for him.
Okay. My patron, my warlock patron, allows me to do that without the usual components. So that is a very secretive action that Lorben just took in terms of.
I'm surprised it's taken you this long to use it. To be honest, that's a magic trick. But then again, I guess it uses a spell slot, right?
Yeah, I get until level 11. I get 2 slots, which good old warlocks.
You gotta have your Eldritch Blast. Like,
yeah, I mean that's a cantrip, thankfully. But unless I have a good nap every now and then, I got 2 slots for every short rest.
Fair enough. For every short rest, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, warlocks get it back on short rest.
Cool. So Galanor has kind of walked off back towards the north gate, and suddenly, Jeb, you hear a voice holler at you from towards the town. It's like, well, okay. I'll be, by the gods, it is true. And striding over, arms outstretched, comes Greg Gannon. Oh,
Mr. Gannon.
He comes over, fucking throws you a big hug around you. He's like, he starts shaking you. He's like, I heard you were still out there, mate.
Okay. Yeah, Greg, it takes a lot more than that to put me down. You know that. That, friend. How are you? Oh, it's a delight to see you.
He takes a step back. He looks at this outfit that you picked up from Ravinia. He's like, "What are you wearing, my friend? This is outrageous. Are you all winning some kind of play or show or something?"
Oh, well, and I'm kind of brushing the shit that is all over me from when I fell. Yeah, it's a little bit rough after the road, but yeah, we came into some new personal effects, and I kind of show him the hat as well, and say, "Oh, it's Mr. Gannon. It's a delight to see you, and these are my traveling companions. They've been helping me along the road. This here's Ingrid and Mr. Lorben."
He doesn't wait for permission. He
may have seen
Mirabelle
around town.
Bam! Big hug for Ingrid. He's like, "Hello, my love. Delighted to meet you." Grabs Lorben. He's like, "Oh yes, welcome."
It feels as good as it looked.
Greg Gannon is a big, stocky wood elf, by the way. So he's quite unusual in terms of elves, in that he's quite a sort of sturdy looking guy. But and also doesn't necessarily sound like you might expect as well. But he's like, "Wow, friend of Jeb's, friend of mine. My goodness, what a few weeks you must have been." He's like, "You'll come to the..." Oh, he says, "I remember now, Jeb. Before all the horrors, there was somebody I was trying to get you to introduce to, and then I presume you never got to meet him on account of the thing. But he's at the Gilded Bear. You wanted to meet old Mr. Flinders, didn't you? Holo Flinders."
I did. That's right. Yes, sir. I sure did.
I've just left him at the Bear. Miss Hempel came and said you were in town, and she said you'd gone off to the meteorite. I was just coming.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Coming to grab you. Come and have a drink at the Bear, and we'll all catch up. And it'd be nice to meet you two as well. And you can meet Holo Flinders.
I'd be delighted to meet Holo. I mean, I know that needs have shifted to priorities, but yes, sir. I'm still very, very interested, and so happy to hear that they're well. Tell me,
come on.
what's been going on in the town while we walk? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. So, as you walk, he's kind of gesturing off right and left as he describes things. Like, yeah, and sadly, old Mr. Bricken's house, that got taken apart, of course, and the fort. And, well, I guess the main thing is that something called the Bounders Foundation apparently has been established. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but Keramin, she seems to think she's doing good, provided these tents out of the kindness of her heart. For goodness knows what reason, I couldn't tell you. Probably to get people out of her goddamn houses, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I reckon so. At least it's some kind of way to benefit folks, and I'm sure she's happy to find a way for it to benefit herself as well.
Yeah,
but it's something, I guess.
You read my mind. That whatever her plan is, I haven't figured it out yet, I'm afraid. He says I will say in all fairness, much as I'm not a fan, the help that we've had from outside of Oakenford has been quite good. We got help from Midgen, with your assistance, of course, my friend, and the aid parties came down from. And he turns to Ingrid and he goes, "Oh, I have met you, haven't I? Briefly, you came through a couple of weeks after."
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh, you left you left your two lads with us.
Oh yeah, are they still here?
They are. What are their names again?
That's a good question.
What are their
Probably
names?
wrote them down.
I don't know. I don't know if we ever established names for them. So let's give them some names.
I don't think we did. Yeah, I feel like I figured it out at some point. But
So
I don't know if I
Ingrid,
actually wrote it down.
Ingrid, the two apprentice smiths that you left here in Oakenford Crossing, who, what were their names?
What are the notes?
Now, if I had a pair of apprentices, I reckon I'd know who they were. I'd remember.
Ingrid knows really well.
I kid.
I didn't write it down. I thought I did.
Don't worry about it. Let's pick two names out of the air.
Let's pick. Oh boy, I'm really good at naming things. Did I write it in my character sheet? Let's see.
Lorben.
I looked it up. I thought it.
I'm muted.
Come back.
Lorben, name a dwarf.
Oh. No, but my names are
Rings.
bad. Jim was the first name that came to mind, and that's
Jim,
not good.
Great. Jim and
Sindred.
Who?
No, it's
Sintra?
too close to Ingrid.
Oh.
Cinder,
Sintra is
Sinder.
cool.
Yeah.
Sintra. Do Sintra. It'll be
Sintra.
Sintra, that's cool.
Jim and Sintra, the two apprentice smiths that were left here.
Leaving a trail of terrible names
Good job,
behind
team.
me through this campaign.
That's fine. Frank the horse, Jim the dwarf. That's fine. Jim and Sintra. I'd better write that down a second. Hang on a moment.
The villainous god of darkness, Doug. Doug. Beware the name of Doug.
Okay, cool. Jim and Sintra.
They're gonna be way cooler names than I wrote down
how's
earlier.
Sintra spelled?
I spelled it Cintra
Yeah.
in my notes.
Jim and Sintra, the two apprentice smiths that were taught by Ingrid and left behind to help in OC. Okay, cool.
Ooh, what if Jim was GEM, like a stone?
Or like gem.
Yeah, like a gemstone. Like
Gem and Sintra.
I like that.
Makes sense for a dwarf. I love it.
Awesome.
All right, Gem and Sintra it is. Got it.
Jim to
Cool.
his friends.
So to answer your question, Greg Gannon is walking through. He goes, yeah. I've seen them about. Seem to be acquitting themselves well. I think that, as far as I know, they're still here. They've been working under Xavier and Pick Tinflint, who came down from Midgen.
Good.
Jeb, you met
Glad they're being
these guys. Xavier asked you to pass on to his brother Pick up in Midgen that he was still alive. Pick didn't really seem to give two fucks that his brother was alive, but did say he would return. He would go down to Oakenford to help, which it sounds like he has done. He leads you through the town. He says, obviously the bear itself got a bit of damage, but we've been able to patch that up reasonably quickly. And I've been doing my best. You know, we're not really up and running as a business. It's more of a communal meeting place. A few people are living there kind of temporarily while we get back on our feet. Obviously, these tents are all over the place at the moment, but as long as Kerriman Bounders is tucked up safe in her house or in the Speculators Club, I'm sure that she'll be absolutely fine. So he takes you down to the Gilded Bear and guides you in. You can see the signs when everything happened. Certainly the windows were broken. There was some structural damage, but you can see kind of makeshift. There's some beams in place doing a bit of a patch job on some of the structural work, and some wooden boards have been put over a little hole in the wall and stuff like that. And there's a big window that looks kind of brand new. Is there anything else that you wanted to ask him before he takes you inside the Gilded Bear?
No, I guess not, because it sounds like he's been kind of regaling us with sort of like what's happened and you know the foundation and all of that, moving along things as well. And so yeah, we would commiserate about that. And I think as we were walking up to it and having a look and then going inside, I'd kind of give it a look around and give him a good pat, you know, and kind of a wide grin and be like, you know, still feels like home away from home. Looking good.
Well, I hope one day we'll be back to full strength. The people over in Loom, they've sent a lot of help. We've got to thank them. They've been our kind of closest neighbours, and they've sent plenty of supplies and whatever we need, really, thankfully. He goes, I should tell you, by the way, I don't know if you wanted to check in on him, that the senator is out of town. He's down in Nine Spire. He's kind of petitioning for, I don't know, more assistance, or giving his report of status update to the Senate about everything.
Of course. Good.
Unfortunately, what that does mean is that the town is more or less under the kind of supervision of Kerriman Bounders.
Oh yeah, well, if we got to pay her a little visit, we'll do that, because you know we were able to persuade her on the front end. I reckon we can be a little persuasive now if we need to. I'm happy to take charge on that.
Oh, I'm sure you can. Anyway, I'll tell you one place she never comes: the Gilded Bear. Come on.
All right. Let me ask you this: as we're walking in, I just kind of laugh and be like, "What do you think of the North Gate guard up there, them Rubiquirks?" It's just sort of like a knowing sort of grin, but like,
is that what they're called?
See what he thinks of them.
I like the elf.
I
like the elf. He doesn't say shit.
No, he's a strong silent type, isn't he?
I've been.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that cat? He's
well.
He took a fancy to Lorben, I think.
In peacetime, he'd have already been barred, to be honest. But I'm trying to give him as much rope as I can. You know.
I think he'd take it.
I think he would too.
I think I might have suggested that once, and he sort of made a comment I didn't quite understand, but I didn't care to probe any further.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think they mean well. I met them on the road, and they were more than happy to, in their own way, to offer some assistance.
Yeah, I've not shared more than a few words with them, really, but they haven't killed anybody, and apart from the tabaxi, they've not been any sort of trouble, really. And as I say, I like the elf because he doesn't say anything. Good drinker as well.
I reckon he seems like a weathered sort, but I'm glad to hear that. It's good to see him here when we came into town. I reckon if they don't fight anybody off, they'll weird them out and they'll run off somewhere.
The Gilded Bear is a quite well put together tavern with, you know, great big vats up on the wall of you know, great big casks, and then, you know, beautiful wooden beams painted black, a stone floor, exactly what you'd expect. It's quite a nicely put together place. I think all of you would know from your various experience, and certainly Jeb does, that the Gilded Bear was really a tavern set up for the slightly wealthier clientele. As much as Gannon seems like a kind of salt of the earth type, his customer base was actually kind of well to do. There used to be another tavern on the west side of town called Polkirk's, which was a more working class place, but that has sadly been demolished. As you all enter, Gannon walks in and immediately calls out. He's like, "Flinders!" He's like, "I can't believe it. It's the guy I was telling you about weeks ago. I'd sent to go and talk to you when it all went tits up." And you see over in the corner, sat at a table, a kind of elder halfling, grey hair, and he looks over and he's like, "Oh, aye, the rat. I do remember you saying something about that." And you see him kind of struggle to his feet, and he grabs a crutch that's next to him, and kind of with a really a decent limp kind of comes across the room towards you. He's like, "Well, I'm glad you made it back here," and extends a hand. He's like, "Holo Flinders." He extends a hand to Jeb, and then Ingrid and Lorben, and goes along the line. "Holo Flinders, and glad you could make it back here. Where'd you find him then, Gannon?" "Well, he's been out of town a few weeks. He was actually went up to old Midgin to get some help sent down to us, but he's been around. We're just in the process of catching up, actually. So, yeah." He's like, "Well, I would stay on my feet a little longer, but my poor knee at the moment are giving me a little bit of jip, so I'll take a seat if you don't mind."
Yeah. I'll pull a chair actually for him, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'd have come over to you, sir. I didn't expect you to get up, come over
You're
here."
a gentleman, you are, aren't you? "Oh, thank you, my lad. Thank you."
It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. I was going to come and find you the day of the market, but I mean, we had other things to tend to, of course.
All our
it's
priorities
good to
changed
see
that
you
day,
with.
didn't they?
Yes, sir. They sure did. That's what took me away all this time. But
He sits
yeah,
down.
I'm
It's
interested.
quite a laboured process as he sits down. He puts the crutch next to him, starts sort of rubbing his left knee, and he's like, "Oh, that's better. That's better. I shouldn't be getting up, really."
Oh yeah, no, you take the load off. That's all right. So I hear you're quite the accomplished herbalist. Is that right?
Well, I used to be. Well, I suppose I still am. Of course, things have changed a little bit recently, but well, maybe I shouldn't say too much about that. Well, could be worse, couldn't it? Loose lips sink ships and all that.
Well, it's all right. I mean, it was if something's troubling you, but yeah, you're among friends here.
Give me another flat charisma check, Jeb.
Sure. Okay. That is going to be a motherfucker. All right.
He goes, "Well, I don't know. I'm sure you're trustworthy sorts, but my old mother told me I shouldn't complain, and we've got to make the best of things. That's all."
Well, all right.
Gannon pipes up and goes, "It's like, Holo, we'll get your business back at some point. We just need things to straighten out. That's all. It'll just, these things take time. It's only been a few weeks."
Yeah, that's right. Everything's kind of yeah.
What was that, Lorben?
What does get your business back?
Holo Flinders just like shakes his head and looks down at the floor. Gannon pipes up and is like, "Well, he was the finest herb vendor in the region. People would come from all over and to trade with him."
Yeah, that's right. On the day, turn into Lorben and say like, yeah, on the day that the meteorite fell, I was I was actually making my way across the square to where he was. I was looking for something for some alchemy purposes. I've been trying to brew a new libation using something called Digo. It's a weed that grows special in certain places, but I ain't been able to really find it.
Oh, and nor shall you, because the sale of it and the gathering of it has been prohibited recently.
Well, why is that?
Recently?
Well, I'm darned if I know. From just before the meteorite.
Is there any indication why?
I was just told that it was being threatened, that it was being over-farmed. So it was becoming a shortage of it.
Oh, I see.
Jeb, give me a nature check.
Sure. Oh yeah, this is well, I always say this. This is something I'm good at, and then I roll a 1. So fuck. It's so frustrating. Oh, every time.
It wasn't a 1 though, was it?
No, it wasn't. The dice should have just been a little middle finger. It's like, hey, it's not a 1, but fuck you, just the same.
Well, it sounds like there's a shortage of Digo weed.
Yeah, I believe what he says without questioning it. Yeah.
Gannon continues. He says, anyway, the market registry where all the traders and vendors in Oakenford are required to register their business obviously got destroyed. Right in the meteor's path on the northwest of town. And what that means is that the licenses to trade has all just gone completely, nobody knows what's going on. Now, well, it seems like Keramin Bounders seems to have kind of taken custody of all the trade in town for the time being, which obviously is quite a lot less than it was. The majority of the trade that was happening here is now happening in Loom at the moment. But
yeah, Jeff gets kind of a dour expression and starts stroking his whiskers, and he says, I'm liking this Bounders Foundation less and less, I gotta tell you.
Flinders is kind of... Well, I hate to say it because I've got no particular quarrel with him, but I think temporarily it was Senator Pangborn who gave her the ability to manage kind of stewardship of all the businesses in the town. So at the moment, Flinders is working for her. And he kind of scowls and rubs his knee again. He's like, well, Ian, doesn't quite feel worth it at the moment, that's for sure.
Well, if this town is gonna get back to what it was or be better than it was, then this can't be, because it'll be molded in their image, and that don't serve these folks. I've seen this kind of thing before in a more aggressive manner, but it affects people's lives in much the same way, and I'm not going to stand for that. I can promise you that, Mr. Flinders. So, understandably, we've got big fish to fry around here, and there's things need doing. But
Greg, you look very pensive. What's going on in there?
I mean, I'm building questions that I want to ask Jeb later on that little nugget of information for one thing. But I'm also just thinking, never met a steward I liked. It seems like anytime someone gets stewardship, it never seems to be something they want to let go of, and this potentially doesn't seem to be in the best interest of anyone except for the steward.
Yeah, like I'm exchanging looks with Ingrid and Lorben, but especially kind of locking eyes with Greg, like, I don't like this. Like, that's the impression I'm giving him, and just to see like what his reaction is back to.
Can I also just telepathically just say to Jeb of just like, Jeb, is there anything you could do for his knee? I don't know if it's... I don't want to put you on the spot in front of him, but I don't know if it's anything you'd be capable of helping with.
I reckon I could try. That's a good thought, Lorben. Yeah, I think I got something. And yeah, I'll say, well, Mr. Flinders, you understand that these kind of bureaucratic mumbo jumbos ain't necessarily my strong suit, but if there's something I can do to help you in that manner to get your business back and kind of right the ship as far as the way all this is going is concerned, I will. But in the meantime, and I'm going to take out my that sort of like silvery salve that's kind of almost like a thick sort of cream that I use when I do like, healing word. And I'll say, may I see that knee of yours real quick? I just want to try something if that's all right.
Oh, I don't want to be a bother. It'll be all right in a few days, I'm sure.
No, it's my pleasure. If you don't mind, if I can. This is a special little tonic I got right here. It may help.
He's just like muttering. He's like, well, it's my own silly fault anyway. My own blasted fault not looking where I was going, isn't it? So well.
Oh, well, friend, I took a tumble down a crater not about an hour ago, so I understand. But this is good. This is
that makes sense. He says he goes. Oh, and I'd expect to go tumbling to my death if I went near that thing, but I did it managing to walk across the floor at the Speculators Club, coming out of a meeting with Caraman.
Oh, ain't getting old fun. Your legs and it just starts to trick you after a while, don't it? But here, let me if it's all right, so I'm gonna cast healing word, and I'll say if it's all right, and I'll just sort of drip some into my hands and kind of rub it together and just like on his knee and just sort of like work it in a little bit real quick.
He's like, oh, I haven't been touched like this in a few years. I don't mind telling you.
Calm down.
And Gannon pipes up. He goes, you're going to be as bad as that bloody tabaxi. Pack it in.
It's a tavern, not a brothel. Calm down. So yeah, healing word, and I think it's just a straight like roll for the healing, right? It's 1d4 plus 3.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think in this case we particularly need a roll, but yeah. Oh, you've done a nice job. You've done a nice job.
6 points.
He kind of like he sort of flexes his leg out. He's like, oh, he goes, that's better already. He's like, cool. That might be better than.
I'll stop it back and.
It might be better than before when I done it. I think that might be the best it's felt in years.
Go on, do a little jig for us.
He stands up and sort of like, and doesn't quite do a jig, but sort of like hops up and down on his leg a little. He's like, cool, that's good as new. That's marvellous. He goes, here you go, Gannon, chuck that on the fire, and chucks him the crutch.
All right, I need that. Maybe. Okay.
Gannon doesn't chuck it on the fire. He just sets it down.
Yes. That's fully a medical supply, but
right.
And Flinders picks up his drink and kind of finishes it and puts it down the table. And he's like, "Well, duty calls. I suppose now that I'm fully operational again, I'd better get back to it. Otherwise, the boss will be on me, won't she?" Anyway, very nice to meet you. Sorry I can't help with the digger weed, but I'll be sure to get a message if we're ever able to get some again. And very nice to have met you all.
Did you have to get rid of it after it was banned, or did you just stop selling it and leave it in supply? Or
well, I just wasn't able to collect any more after I ran through my supply.
I see.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you finally, Mr. Flinders. And
thanks again for the knee.
Of course, it's my pleasure, sir, and I'm sure we'll see you again. We'll do what we can as far as all this other business is concerned.
Flinders leaves. Gannon, in the meantime, while this has been going on, has poured 4 foaming flagons of ale, and so all right, well, come on, catch me up on everything that's been going on, and maybe we'll do a little time jump here. I think we don't necessarily need to investigate the finer details of that conversation. And suffice it to say, I'm sure you will catch him up on anything that you feel is pertinent. I mean, you tell me if there's anything that you might want to leave out. That might be the more sensible way to approach it.
Maybe that we cut a guy's hand off. That might be something to omit. But
I feel like anything involving that whole village.
We went to the forest, found out about Tillis Trelane, and then came straight to Oakenford with
we met a girl called Mirabelle on the way, and then
which is true. You met her on the elf road,
like on the other side of the room.
That's right.
Lying through a mission is like right in Lorben's skill set, I think.
Yeah, I think if anything, we would probably, because it was the most recent and definitely most pertinent to the town, is the meteorite, and having a look at that, and just saying there's something strange, we're going to investigate with it. But yeah, yeah, that ties back into Tillis Trelane and us. I guess what that would lead to, and kind of what we could end the time jump on, is like, so I think we're going to be headed to Valerian soon. I ain't been there in a long time.
Well,
yes, sir.
That's quite a way. Lorben, how much have you been to Valerian, do you think?
I think maybe once or twice after he gained his powers, maybe on the sly for work purposes. But I think other than that, probably not a lot as a kid. Maybe not much within his memory that would be relevant, I suspect.
Yeah. He's like, well, Valerian, he says... what does he say? He says, well, it's quite a ride. He says, of course, there was the... I don't know. I heard this is probably nothing. I heard a rumour, and I don't know anything about it, that I'm sure that I remember someone saying before the war that wasn't there supposed to be like a quicker way to get between Oakenford and Valerian? Rather than using the elf road, but I suppose if that were true, they'd have been using that for trade.
Was it magical in nature? Maybe only people and a few possessions?
Everybody give me a history check. It's going to have a high DC of 18.
Ooh, not 20. Here it comes. Oh! Okay, yeah. Dead on 18.
I never went to a history class, sorry.
I guess Jeb would be so accustomed to using his kind of regular trade routes that may not have known about this.
I actually think this makes perfect sense that Lorben is perhaps the only person here, and maybe you remember hearing a similar rumor about Darius, that there was some kind of quicker way to travel between Darius and Valerian. Okay. But even on an 18, it's a rumor that is kind of lost to time. That you're talking about something you heard when you were very young, before the war.
Yeah.
What that route might be was never made clear, and honestly, its existence was. I think it's sort of. No reason to think this is actually true, really.
Okay, so I think I would just share yes, I heard similar things about between Darius and was it with Darius and Oakenford or with Darius and
Valerian?
Valerian, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I heard similar things about Darius and the capital as well. So.
Well, people talk, don't they? It was, I don't know, maybe it was something they were trying to do or something someone did once. It was probably just maybe a wizard teleported between or opened a portal or something once. I don't know. It's not for the likes of us, I think, anyway. So anyway, if you're staying the night, I actually do have a room because there was a family staying in there, but they decided to leave a couple of days ago. They've decided to to travel down to Jintbury. So I've actually got a room free with three beds.
Perfect.
Well, that's all right. I'm happy to hear that you're getting some business people coming in and out of the town. I kind of reckon that most folks would be not feeling too welcome while
it's quiet and it's sort of on a pay as you feel basis at the moment. You know, if people are travelling through from elsewhere, we're asking them for donations to help the wider efforts, and people that we know, I'm just trying to help them out with drinks and food as much as I'm able to from my own stores. You know.
Well, Greg, it always feels like a home away from home when I'm through here. So I don't doubt you're still taking good care of people. So thank you.
He raises his flagon, his tankard. He's like, "Well, to happier days."
To happy days. Thank you.
Cheers.
He's like, "Right, well, I need to get started on some food for some of the guests later on, I suppose. So I'll leave you to it. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you all."
Pleasure, Mr. Gannon.
Angie?
Nice to meet you.
Well,
yeah.
Time of day is kind of early afternoon now. What's the group thinking?
I think I might just kind of suggest of just like, maybe we should set up in the room and just kind of discuss the lay of the land and kind of maybe what our next steps should be, because I feel like we've all heard some things that were somewhat troubling here.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
That's good.
That'd be good. It'd be nice to get off. It'd be nice to get settled and get a little rest.
We do need to sort out a sleeping situation for Mirabelle as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'll be all right now, and I would reckon that
yeah, we have time.
That Miss Hemble probably would send her this way, one way or the other. But yeah, after we talk, we'll try to find her and see how she's feeling.
I'll
all right.
Go up to the room and just.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, just follow upstairs. We'll find her room and get comfortable.
Gannon hands you a big metal key and indicates the room for you. Second on the left at the top of the stairs, and opening the room, it's quite simply laid out. It's just three single beds. There's a small rug in the middle of the room, but it's pretty cozy in there. It's quite a low ceiling, which is only really of issue to Lorben, I suppose.
Yeah, but I hunch.
Tall people problems.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this foundation thing is awful, right? That's not just me.
No, you're right. This so when the calamity happened, you may have heard when we were recounting everything that went on, but Harriman Bounders, she's one of the uppy-ups around here. She's got more money and sense, and she was not keen on offering any help to anybody that didn't benefit her. I suspect that she's trying to figure out a way to just build this town back up in her own image.
Well, that's savory.
Yeah, she ain't. I've run into her type before, and I ain't keen on them. They tend to break people down and serve themselves, not the greater good.
I confess I'm quite anxious to kind of see that man's uncle, but I feel like maybe we could spare time to see if there's anything we could do to do something about this situation, because this is not something we want to really come back to.
Yeah, the problem with these kind of things is that they do tend to happen slow, but it festers and rots away, and one day it's taken hold, and it's, and so as this town gets better and further along, I worry that we're going to start seeing more of that Bounders Foundation on everything. So I do agree that there is some urgency that needs to be met with the meaty rut and this whole deal with the amulet. And I'm also really keen on meeting with Trelene. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but here we are.
It's very good.
Thank you. I'm a poet and I'm not aware of it, Lorben. You'll learn that more you hang around me. But I feel I do feel like it would be quite important for us to get ourselves to Valerian soon.
Seems like our next lead.
Yeah,
so to speak.
Because I will say, as much as I think going to Midgen would be a good idea, and I ain't against that either. Martin, outside of the game for a second, would Valerian be heading back north?
Valerian is in the far north of the map, yeah.
Okay.
So, 2 seconds.
So we would presumably go past Midgen again and be able to go there if we
would.
wanted.
If you take the Elf Road north, yeah, that goes past Midgen all the way up to Valerian. That's right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lorben, I'm sure you would know our path getting back there would go by Midgen, so we could stop through there. And I will say, that priest that I asked about, Asmonos, I don't think she's gonna be too keen on seeing us ever again. At least not me. She wasn't happy when I uttered that name. She kicked me out right away on my ass.
You asked a priest about Asmonos. That seems ill-advised.
Well, I just, I reckon that it's something, like you can ask a dragon hunter about
Of
a
course,
black dragon. They don't normally forbid you to question. They just may not want to talk about it, but
yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, a dragon hunter maybe knows a little bit about hunting boars as well. They're not going to hate you for asking about it.
This was, of course, before Cradley Heath gave you the advice to be very careful about who you mention as Manos to. So that it was before you got that information that he asked Bishop Morningfall over at Midgen.
Yes, that's correct. So yeah, it ain't a name that I reckon it ain't a name that should really be muttered around most folks, but Tillis Trelene might be the person to talk to. Just cut out the middleman and go straight to the one that wrote the book,
Could I ask you a question as well?
Of course, anything.
This is tit for tat for earlier. You mentioned that you'd seen it happen before, but more intense or more aggressive, or I've forgotten your exact wording.
No, that's right. I don't mind talking about it. It's in the past, but I will shudder a little bit. I'll tell you, friend, the vision I was given was about that going in a horrible way. But when I was a youth, when I was just a little rat, when I was a little pup,
immediately I'm just picturing a tiny Jeb, and it's the cutest
thing.
His
little overall.
Yeah.
Looking like Huckleberry Finn.
He sounds exactly the same as he does now.
Yeah, he just pitched
so
way
little.
higher. Yeah. No. When I was just a little pup working with my pappy in his brewery, we got set upon the whole holler by a gang of bugbears, and they took advantage of us, and to sell. We were basically their slaves. We had to liberate ourselves with the help of a dear departed soul, who was brave enough to help us to fight back. But it took a full revolution, friend, and it wasn't a slow thing. It was absolutely a hostile invasion. But this is the slow version of that. It happens by degrees by thousands and thousands of cuts until you realize that you've been the frog boiling in the pot, and it's too late.
Who was
So
the person that saved you? Or helped you? Or...
Well, she's and Jeb like cannot talk about her without getting a little emotional, but she was Achak, the Wrathful, and she was called Wrathful because of what she did there in the holler for us. But Miss Achak Degale, she was this incredible Aarakocra, like a bird person, you understand? Just fierce and fire and fury, but she cared for us rats. I'm not sure why, but yeah, we were thankful for her. They still talk about her around campfires in the holler. She was something else.
That's nice.
Ingrid, you
celebrate...
you might have some kind of emotional response there as well, perhaps, I suppose.
She's just a great
That's
person.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Jeb and I met, kind of.
Oh, did you
we
know
sure
her as
did,
well?
didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. She helped me too. Back in the day,
It was truly incredible.
Yeah, I went on a pilgrimage and I took some bad injuries, and Achak saved me.
Yeah. And that spear you made for her was just beautiful, Miss Ingrid.
Thank you. Yeah. We met actually at Achak's funeral. To the whole thing.
We sure did.
That's unfortunate, but
I can't help but see a situation like this and just think, what would she do? And knowing her, she'd fight back against this. She'd look out for the people, make sure they can live their lives and be happy and peaceful and not under the thumb of some rich, good for nothing, money hungry. And this trails off as Jeff keeps thinking of insulting horrible
just more.
Like picking up my axe in my hand.
Motherfucker.
Like, yeah.
I can't think of a noun. I can't think of a noun, so I'm just going to add more adjectives.
It never ends.
I would say Jeb is a man of adjectives. Is probably
He's a descriptive fellow. So what's the plan then, gang?
Well, that's a great question.
It is. Well, and I'll tell you, friends, my concern is that this thing with this meteorite is a lot bigger than all of us. And as much as this issue with Karaman Bounders is an immediate threat, I'm worried, and I wonder if there's been other meteorite strikes, or I'm curious to find out what is the cause of this and where it came from.
I didn't think about that.
I think we have some bit of evidence that it may have came from Asmanos.
Right.
Evidence can be planted, so I don't want to say with certainty, but it is rather hard to plant evidence on something that fell from the sky.
Right.
So probably Asmanos in some way was the cause.
Yeah, I just wonder if there's anything that can be done. I mean, we've all heard the tales in the lore of this land of calamities and things that have happened that have changed everything, but this seems a little... The gods do not seem to intervene to this degree that I've seen is very often, at least not in quite an age, I think.
I've not seen gods intervene in this way before. Other entities maybe, but not gods.
Yeah, it concerns me. I fear this happening again in other places.
So we know we need to go far north to follow our only lead on that. So how do we help while we're here?
That's a good question.
Why don't you
Founders-
all mull that over for a few minutes while we take a little break, and then when we come back, we'll establish a bearing. So why don't you all give that a little thought, and while you're doing that, grab a drink, have a wee, blah blah blah, and we will reconvene in the very near future, if that's okay. I think that's a good time to do that.
I'm in a lovely hotel room. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, good. Well, welcome back, everybody. So, as we were winding down a few minutes ago for a quick comfort break, you've always been sharing a little bit, and I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, the general feeling is that it sounds like it's of utmost importance if you want more information about Asmanos and everything else to ultimately head towards Valarian. But being good folk as you are, you've become concerned about the state of things in Oakenford, and with Senator Pangborn out of town, it sounds like Cameron Bounders is perhaps using that to her advantage in ways that are perhaps not yet completely clear. But so yeah, what I left you to ponder the question that was posed of how can you help here? What would you like to do?
Yeah.
How do you think your skills are best applied?
So
Tell you what, I definitely mulled that over.
I have a
For
blue
sure.
sky idea just to get a starting point for us. What would happen if we killed her?
Well,
Let's walk it back from there.
I mean, it's a place to start, okay? We start somewhere.
It's a starting point. It's a starting point. It doesn't have to be the ending point for everyone, but
We got to have the two extremes.
This is perhaps
She dies.
this suggestion is perhaps a little less surprising than it would have been a few days ago, before Lorben revealed the fucked up things that go on in his head with Ravinia.
it's we all have those thoughts, right? We all have them, right? Would it solve anything?
Well, see, I don't know if it would. I think one thing that we could definitely do is get a little more information about the Foundation itself, and how it, maybe what its intended goal is. I have my suspicions, but it might be nice to learn what we can.
Yeah.
Maybe join it and sabotage it.
Ooh, that sounds like a slow burn, though.
Yeah, it
I
might
don't know if we
be.
have time
I
for
do
that.
like it.
Yeah.
Is there,
Uh,
on the thought of sabotage, though, is there anything we could do to sabotage it short term? Not murder.
I would love to prank
Note
them.
murder.
I don't know how, but I would love
Oh
it.
yeah, we love a good prank. Don't
Ingrid's
we?
dying to do knock and run, just like run up to Kerriman Bounder's door and fucking leg it.
Laughing.
That'll stop it. That'll show her.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so let's
now-
start with spring.
Yeah. Oh, Ingrid, yeah, I do love a good prank though. My buddy Zeke back in the holler. One time I smeared a bunch of honey on him, and he was chased around by ants every time he sat down. It was. He
Classic.
didn't forget. He tried to get me back for a long time. It was fun.
He was chased. How big are the ants at the holler?
Oh, they breed them big around there, brother.
Oh lord,
I don't want to know.
that's okay.
We're creating a horrible new lore for the holler.
Hey, they got big ants up there.
Giant
That's fine.
I got big ants.
Ugh.
Dog-sized.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
go
in the
so
outskirts,
far.
like way far away. There's like mounds of dog-sized fire ants.
How
No.
big a prank
God, I have
would
an
we
axe.
need to do in order to have a impact on the running of the foundation?
What if we Sorry, I was thinking of another stupid prank. What if we threw toilet paper all over her house?
Ah, like
What
I don't know if we have toilet paper available to us.
I'm not even sure if toilet paper
That's
is
the
really
only problem.
canon in Played-In, to be totally honest with
No.
you. I
think
don't
it's
think
just
we
a
need to
good pile of
investigate
leaves.
the. I don't think we need to investigate the logistics of how people take a shit, other than Rodney, of course.
Well,
No,
let's
Rodney-
really get
It's
down
really
to this.
important.
Let's do some world building here.
I mean, the only thing for certain is Rodney doesn't wipe, so it's not really relevant to him anyway. So
Yeah.
Just little
Um,
Rodney piles everywhere.
A smell coming out of your bag constantly.
No.
that's just him.
You know, so here's my thinking, Lorben.
Yes.
Is that I think if we could learn about this foundation, not to join it or anything like that, but just to see like what they're trying to do and how they're operating and what little where they got their fingers in, we could use that knowledge and we could confront Bounders. And I don't know how much appealing to her heart and mind there is to be done, but what we could do is arm the people of this town with that, and we could build them basically to refuse what they're trying to do here.
Sort of knowledge is power kind of
Knowledge is power.
thing.
Like
How
take their
about
money and funding,
Yes.
but don't let them in any position of power.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now at the far side of this here scale, with the bugbears, there was no chance of us ever rising up unless there was some kind of icon or something to embolden the holler. And if we get out in front of that, it won't be necessary because the people will reject all this. And maybe we won't have to do anything violent. They'll just run her ass out of town on their own.
Okay, here's my pitch. Maybe organize a meeting, and maybe I'll try and use the distraction to sneak into a house, because these boots I was gifted are very silent and rather good at sneaking around.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Ingrid, have you investigated the neckerchief you got? Do you know
I've
what it
been
does yet?
trying.
Try to
do
wrap
you
it
have
around
any
your
way of
foot,
figuring
see
it
if you're-
out?
Wrap it around your foot. See if your footstep's quieter. Let's see.
All right,
Try and
do it.
What could it
It
be? What
actually
could
is louder somehow.
it be?
No, it's creaking on the floor. I hear it still. No, it ain't.
Ah,
it
damn
ain't
it.
All right.
Damn it.
Can I do an Arcana check on it to see if I can get any inkling of just like anything
there's
to
an
try
idea.
and help identify this?
Ah, magic
now
people,
there's-
right?
I will.
I'd say
I
show it
was
to Rodney, but
actually-
he might eat it. We don't need that.
No,
I
don't
was
show it to
considering
us.
asking Ingrid for an Arcana check, but I will save you all the trouble and tell you that no matter the roll,
You
you
don't
will
want
not
that.
be able to discern what its properties are.
Yeah.
You will only be able to discern something that you already know, which is that it has magical properties.
Yeah, I
Definitely
don't
a
have
spice.
the required. I don't have identify or anything on that nature to get any
Maybe somebody
properly.
in town might.
That's a
Maybe.
point, Jeb. Do you have any
Possible.
You know anybody in town? Yeah.
wizards or anything of that ilk? Jeb?
I don't reckon. Martin, would I know of anybody around
This-
town that'd be like a magic guild that wasn't destroyed or something?
I don't think so. There's only one magic user you've seen in town that I can
There's
think
him.
of.
Yeah, I mean Himble.
Miss
There's
Hempel.
Himble. Yeah, we might be able to show it to Miss Hempel. If she knew, she'd tell us. She's a smart lady, but I don't
Should
know.
probably check in on Mirabelle, so two birds, one stone.
Should we go
That's a
do
good
that and
idea,
then
too. Yeah, we should check on
head to
Mirabelle.
the
Is there?
foundation?
Yeah. How many beds are in this room we're in? Martin?
3.
3.
Okay, so we could at least, I'm sure between the three of us, we could secure Miss Mirabelle a room if she needs one too. But it'd be
I
nice.
could
She
volunteer to
probably,
sleep on the floor.
yeah, it'd be good to
That's
make
fine.
sure that she's all right.
Yeah.
I'll sleep on the floor. She can have my bed. I don't care.
We can't all sleep on the floor. What? Like someone has
We
to use the bed.
could.
Everybody's sleeping on the
Three
floor
open
except
beds with
Mirabelle
all
the
lying
mattresses.
in.
mattresses on the floor. Slumber
Well, if
party.
y'all sleeping on the floor, I will too.
I've been roughing it for a while. I'm gonna use the
I'm
bed,
sleeping
but I
in bed.
really do appreciate it.
You can use them, just put them on the floor. It's fine.
I've been sleeping with horses and Rodney. A bed is gonna be the best thing I've done all year.
Sleeping with
Imagine,
Horses
it's
and
fine.
Rodney is the name of your autobiography.
All right, so heading back towards to try and find Miss Hempel and Mirabelle in town, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think.
As you so you walk across the town and you see that the rain has cleared up a little bit. It's kind of cloudy now. And where's my music gone? What happened? Oh, there it goes. As you approach the campsite, you can see Mirabelle. And she's sitting on a low stump and is playing a sort of pat a cake type game with a young child. And two other young kids are kind of crowded around watching this happen and kind of giggling. And she looks up and sees you and waves and misses her patty cake and the child's like, "Hey!" She's like, I'm sorry. I was just saying hello to my friends.
Have you seen Miss Hamble, Mirabelle?
She got me some food. I think she was going off to clear rubble or something.
All right.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Well, it looks like
If you-
you're having a nice time.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's really nice.
Oh, I love to hear that. I knew they would be. This
Good.
is a nice bunch of people here. I'm good.
If you need anything, there's what was his name? Sorry,
Greg
it wasn't
Gannon.
Gammon. It can't.
Mr.
Gannon.
Greg Gannon at the Gilded Bear.
Gannon.
Mhm.
I had Gammon in my head, and that cannot have been. Gannon in the big burly man in the tavern. Very nice. If you tell him
okay.
you know us, I'm sure he'd be able to help you with anything.
All right, I will. Thanks.
Okay.
Of course.
We'll check back with you in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be around. We're not going to go far. We're just sorting out some business.
All
You
right.
Make yourself comfortable.
Okay, Chucky, teach me a new one.
We are
Terrific.
gonna have to find somewhere for Mirabelle to sell because I really don't know if we could bring her everywhere we're going.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I don't know how much. I fear for her on the road. She don't seem to be quite as traveled and adventurous as us.
Yeah, as much as I want her to be able to see everything she wants, I don't know if. I mean, we're dealing with half-dead gods or something along that line. I don't know if that's necessarily the best road to travel.
Yeah,
I guess
I
it's her
tend
decision,
to agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, where's Miss
That's
Hamble?
a future us problem.
Yeah, so she was. Yeah, I'll kind of start toward where I'm seeing sort of the piles of rubble, and I would imagine we see kind of some milling around, maybe carts wheeling back and forth from them too as they like kind of move stuff. But,
Yeah, you
but yeah,
better.
I kind of want to start in that direction. Yeah.
And as you approach one of these piles, you see Miss Hempel. She gives a wave and comes up and sort of like takes off a pair of like heavy duty gloves and walks over to you and is she goes, that girl's a treasure, isn't she? Oh my word!
Oh, isn't she a peach?
She's lovely.
Yeah, she's.
Did
she's
you
a
see
sweet
Greg?
soul. I did.
Oh,
Got
good.
a big old. We all got a big old squeeze from from Mr. Gannon.
Yeah, he's a hugger. Try as we might to stop him.
He is.
Oh,
No,
don't
he-
stop that. He's fantastic.
Yeah, that's fine.
Takes all
It's a
sorts.
chiropractor.
Yeah, he settled us up nice in a room, and we're kind of figuring out our next destination. But we got my friend Ingrid here. She got something that you might be able to help us with. We wanted to check with you.
What? How can I help, my love?
Yeah. I have the scarf, and I think it has magical properties, but I don't know what. I'm not a magic person. Is there any
Oh.
way you could figure it out?
She takes it and kind of like, oh, it's nice. I like
She wraps it around her neck and she's vaporized. She's just gone.
Why didn't that work
Jesus Christ!
She like runs the material through her fingers. She's like, it's lovely that. Oh, feels like, wow, it's lovely. Sort of like pushes it against her face. It's like, oh, I could get used to that.
Yeah, right.
She goes, I'm sorry, darling. I just a healer, really. I don't really have a lot of knowledge of things like this and identifying and understanding things, but it's magical, you said?
I think so.
Yeah, well, I mean, in my experience, magical items tend to announce themselves at some point. In the meantime, it looked wonderful on you, darling.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I think just wear it and display it proudly, my darling.
I've been trying a lot of different ways for it to reveal itself, and it really hasn't. And it's been kind of annoying, but like it's fine. I'll figure it out.
Ingrid, could I just try
appreciate
something
it.
quickly?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna throw a rock at Ingrid and just see if anything happens. Just like a little rock.
You throw a rock at Ingrid.
Just a little one. Just like a little like pebble. Just like, can I just try something? Just after she's put the neckerchief on.
Ingrid, roll a d4 for me.
Let me just try something.
You take 3 points of damage.
That is
Damn.
the best rock Lorben's ever thrown in his life.
It's so pointy. Why?
As the
Oh, I
rock
didn't know it was sharp.
So pointy.
as the rock connects with your head, you have a momentary flash of and you see literally, you know, like as if you're like channel hopping, right, and you were just like bam 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 on the remote, and you just like the visual imprint, like that's the amount you get. And what you see is flashing in front of your eyes for this split second, Lorben fighting at Darius in the war, and you just get and then bam.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh God, you're bleeding. Oh.
That's fine. It's fine. I just like had a my brain did a thing with. I saw you in the war.
Wait, what now?
How,
I don't know.
how do you know it was in the war? It's.
I don't know.
Wait, Ingrid, is Ingrid wearing the scarf, or is she just like holding it in her hand?
I definitely would have waited for her to put it on, I think, before
yeah, I
I used
think
the rock.
Because she was telling me to like wear it proudly and make it pretty. And, yeah, so I
Okay,
definitely.
so
had it
you
on.
would have to like go on ahead and put it on. Gotcha. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like,
Wait, Jeb, throw something at me.
yeah, hang on. I'll find a rock.
I'm just bleeding. I don't care.
No, that one's got a sharp edge. Oh no!
Ingrid,
She's just standing there like, hit me with rocks.
Ingrid, roll me a d4.
When Lorben did
You
that,
take
I
4
imagined
points of
the rock
damage.
is shaped
These
like
rocks.
a D4.
But as the rock connects, you see
This has worked.
a momentary image of, and it's just all it is Jeb guiding like on his cart on the road with a donkey pulling the cart in front of him, and that's all you see, and then it's back to your normal vision.
It worked. I saw you pulling a cart.
You two
do you
with just
mean it
these
worked?
2 little trickles of blood running down your head.
Ingrid,
I'm just gonna lean
bonk
to
yourself on the head with something real quick.
Oh my god.
No,
God.
that's just memory. That's not anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Mirabelle! Everybody line up.
Everyone hit me with things.
Can we stop stoning her?
Sadly,
probably
Ingrid
a
has
good
died.
idea. That's the
She's a
dirtiest
very
thing,
slow,
though.
very painful.
Ingrid is into saving throws now.
She's in the danger zone. She's like, I saw you pulling a cart. I saw you fighting.
I don't know if this is
It's
the item
working.
or if you'll just have a concussion. I don't know where we're at right now.
Oh no!
Hang on. I'm gonna cast Healing Word again and heal the damage that was done to Ingrid. I'm sorry.
All right, what?
It's okay. I asked you to do it.
What gets rolled for that? And I can't remember.
D4 plus.
Okay,
It's
cool.
1d4 plus 3, so 4 points of
so
damage.
you,
gets healed.
you regain 4
heals
points
your rock.
of health. All right, good.
It's so
Bud.
funny.
Okay, well, next
Oh,
time someone
goodness.
throws something at me, I'll report back. I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the
I didn't-
darndest thing. I guess that's what it does. It shows you a vision of the
Person
the
throwing
past
the thing,
of what
I guess?
what did damage to you.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
I really didn't know if that was gonna do anything. That was very surprising.
That
You're
was
so
inspired.
smart, Lorben.
That was
Like,
absolutely
how
inspired.
would you know?
Well, here's the other thing. I wonder,
I-
and I'm not saying we try this right now, but I'm wondering if you take more damage, if you see more of the vision.
Let's kill her.
Get her ass!
I mean,
Let's
with
fight.
your permission, I could hit you quite hard.
I will let you know when we're in battle. It'll happen. I'm sure.
Lorben is like angling
Okay.
his horse to kick her really hard. That's right.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm good.
If I poke Frank right here, he will kick the shit out of you. It's
If I touch Frank, he kicks me. So
Lorben would know.
Say
Yeah.
when.
let's
My animal
go to the
handling is
house.
terrible.
I feel like we should stop trying to kill Ingrid for
Yeah.
5 minutes at a time
For
at
science.
least.
Well,
Miss Hempel,
Lorben, that
Miss
was,
Hempel kind of
that
pipes.
was quite inspired.
Miss Hempel pipes
Yeah.
up and goes, "I told you these things reveal themselves, didn't I?"
Yeah. You're so-
Sometimes
so
it just
wise.
takes getting whacked in the head with a couple of rocks. Good lesson for life.
Yeah.
That.
It's a really
That's
good
even
lesson.
funnier that Himble's standing there watching us just pelt
just-
you with rocks.
Yeah. Where
Just picking up rubble.
where to next,
Oh.
folks?
Oh, fully broken.
All right. Well, Miss Hamble, in some sort of way, you did just help us, so thank you.
Anytime. She goes
Really
back.
nice.
She goes back to her work as she's picking up her gloves. She's just like, they are a strange bunch, but
Their heart's in the right place.
Oh my days. That was amazing.
where to
So
where
should
to
we-
next?
I believe our next port of call was the Foundation house,
well,
or was that somewhere else? Sorry.
No. I was to your point though. While we're sitting here, I would say, Miss Hamble. Sorry, one last thing you might be able to help us with. Is there any information you can give us about the Bounder Foundation?
The Bounders Foundation. Well, it's
That's right.
Kerriman Bounder's little plaything, innit? All I know, I don't know anything about it really, other than they provide the tents and the food and everything, and they operate out of the Speculators Club.
All right. Well, are they at some kind of cost or contractual? Like, what's the? How did she come about all this?
I think it's. I mean, she was a business owner before it all went wrong, and I think she was just sort of a trusted-ish person who could be tasked to try and oversee the rebuilding.
Well, yeah, she was. I'd say she was a bit coerced into helping. She was reluctant, to say the least. That's putting it quite nicely. But how do you feel about it? What's your take on it?
Oh, I stay out of that sort of thing, my darling. I just do as I'm told. I just want to make the town a bit better and clear up all the rubble. We're nearly there, I think, and then we can maybe start thinking about rebuilding. But still more to do, and I'm lucky, I suppose. I've still got my health, and I've been in a bed most nights.
Well, Miss Hempel, would you do me a favor?
What's that, my
I
love?
trust you now. And you see more than most, right? would you keep an eye on things? And if it ever seems untoward or rubbing you the wrong way, would you please let me know? Because I don't care much for folks that help in the way that she's helping. I don't quite trust the goodwill of it all.
She sort of smiles and you're a good one, ain't you? I always knew that.
I do my best. Well, you're very kind. You take care of yourself, all right? And you just keep an eye on things for us.
I see it all, my darling.
I know you do. All right, now we'll go. We'll let you get back to it. You got a lot to do here. We take enough of your time. Thank you.
Anytime. She grabs a shovel.
Would the sorry, this is just a bit of bookkeeping. Would we have counted the sit in the room as a short rest for the purposes of spell slots?
I don't think so. No way were you in there 4 hours.
Is that the
No,
time
I
for a
was
short
thinking
rest? I thought a short rest was way shorter than that.
Oh, maybe you're right. Hang on, I better check that.
It's been a while since I've looked. Yeah,
I
at
know
least
a
an
long
hour.
would be like 8 hours, and 4 makes sense for a short, but it might be less than that. I can't remember.
At least 1 hour.
Okay.
My feeling is you were not in there that long, really.
Yeah, I agree. I'd agree with that.
I didn't
Not that it matters
certainly.
whether
I certainly
agree or
didn't.
not, but-
I certainly didn't get the sense that you kind of downed tools at all. It was more, let's go and have a private conversation and then get out there. You know.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's valid.
So where are we off to?
Suppose we're off to the house now, unless we have any other detours.
Yeah. Well, it's like so. It's like we're here, and so I feel like we could spend the rest of this day kind of investigating around town. But it might also be good to go and ask the society kind of about their goals. Maybe not with some kind of like aggressive, pointed, but more just like, oh, you're being so helpful to the town. Tell us more about what you're doing, and just try to like weasel it out a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, for the
That's kind of where I'm
purpose of
at.
yeah, for the purpose of like distraction reasons, I don't necessarily need it. Like, we don't need to solve all of the problems with the first contact with them, I suppose.
Yeah, and like we could, like, yeah, and Ingrid and I could possibly like have this conversation while you are doing some sneaking if you want to.
Yeah,
or
I
we
think
could,
that's
like,
kind of what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, we
Action.
could do that.
Um,
Hopefully the
so
dice agree.
Miss Hempel told you that the Foundation operates out of the Speculators Club, which is on the eastern edge of the town, quite near the Gilded Bear. Jeb, you also know where Kerriman Bounder's house is because from D-Day. So what's the plan? Have I understood that Jeb and Ingrid are going to go to the Speculators Club, and Lorben, you're going to go to our house?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely more interested in breaking into a house. I feel like that's where all the goodies are going to be, you know?
Understandable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we go to the club and see if make sure she's there, and maybe while we're talking to her, you be free to get into her home.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And if not, maybe there's a way we could bide our time until she is at the club, and then make sure you have more, so you don't get too caught. We did just get here. Don't want to get run out too soon.
All right. Well, in the interest of time, I'm going to take it as read that Jeb, you've kind of pointed out the house to Lorben. He knows what the target is.
Yes.
So we're going to do a little group split here. Jeb and Ingrid, then let's follow you first up to the Speculators Club. I guess it's now kind of maybe getting on towards late afternoon. Maybe the sun's beginning to set a little bit. The Speculators Club is a very nicely put together building. A couple of things are quite notable. The ground around the Speculators Club seems to be much better kept and swept and rebuilt, much better than the rest of the town, basically. It's looking a bit more like it would have. I think being where it is, any damage it suffered in the disaster was minimal anyway. But actually, it's one of the few buildings in town where you pretty well wouldn't know that anything had happened at all if you were just looking at that in isolation. It's large, it's kind of quite tall and glass fronted, big tall windows with different rivets, I guess, in there, which you can tell inside it would be very lots of natural light. You can see through the windows. There's a lot of plants indoors, and as you make your way through the front door, you see a familiar face, whose name I'll just remind myself of. And that is Mr. Gorham, who was the senator's assistant that you did briefly meet. I don't think there were any conversations of particular consequence with him on the day of the disaster, but Jeb, you certainly spoke to him. And he is carrying around sort of a scroll and I guess like a clipboard, something to kind of lean on. And he's kind of walking around... seems to be in the middle of something, but he looks over as the door enters and kind of squints at you. He's like, "Oh, you went to Midgin."
Yes, sir. Mr. Gorham, nice to see you again.
Oh, he walks over, shakes your hand, and he looks at Ingrid. He's like, "Oh, and you're from Iron Glen."
That I am.
Oh, you're
Ingrid.
Ingrid, yes. Forgive me. It's been, pretty intense few weeks. No sign of letting up, I'm afraid. But I must take the opportunity to thank you for your apprentices. They've been of the greatest help. I'm sure that the Tinflint brothers would agree. He goes, "Well, come on through. I know why you must be here. Let's get you set up, and I'll go and find Ms. Bounders for you." He guides you through into a room that's like a conservatory kind of thing. I think I've got an image.
All
There we
right.
go. Quite a nicely.
I want to make a point to say as we walk in, I have taken my hat off and I'm holding it.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Only the polite thing to do in an institution such as this.
Of course.
He guides you to some very comfortable looking seats. They're kind of like conservatory furniture. Do you know what I mean? Like the wood with cushions, almost like like a deep chair that you can sort of sink into. And he's like, please, I didn't realise you were in town. Otherwise, I'd have arranged something in her calendar. But no problem at all. I know why you must be here. The other thing that's on the ground is, or to kind of set the scene of the room. So there's a kind of circle of these chairs, and a rug in the middle on the floor, and a kind of, next to each chair there's like a little side table as well. And Gorham disappears out of the room for a few moments. Let's actually, Jeb and Ingrid, as Gorham disappears, any thoughts you want to share with each other before we head over to Lorben?
I feel like I would just be side-eyeing him as the guy was like, yeah, we expected you'd come, and I'm like, they expected us?
Yeah, and I kind of shake my head a little bit at that. But looking around this room, you can tell Jeb is a little bit, his hackles are up a little bit at just how untouched and extravagant this space is. He's like, this ain't right.
Kind of like that.
But I will say, kind of under my breath to you, to where just just me and you can hear this or whatever. But like, I think right now, best thing to do is just try to play nice. Figure out what we can. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Are you taking a seat? Are you remaining standing? Are you pacing around the room?
I feel like I would take a seat, but at first I'm sort of having a sort of like a, how when you're waiting on someone, you just kind of meander and look and just kind of take in.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just sort of looking at everything and being like, this is just ridiculous. Like, kind of glowering at everything.
Give me.
I think I'd be like meandering.
Both of you give me a perception check.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you hear Jeb being like, it must be nice to be so high and hoity-toity in a place like this, aren't we?
Dog shit. Absolute dog shit, guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
we see great.
Same garbage as ever. Thanks, D-Dice. I hate you so much.
It's a very.
I'm really distracted by a plant.
It's a very opulent room, but it seems nicely put together, and this furniture is very nice, and it's a very pleasing rug in the middle of the floor, very ornate. Let's go over to Lorben. Lorben, Kerriman Bounder's house is kind of part of a row of houses. It's kind of like a townhouse, so it's sort of 3 stories high, but sort of narrow. What's your strategy here? What's the plan?
So basic strategy, right? First things first,
Killer.
Scope out the entry points. Everyone take notes. Scope out the entry points. So I feel like he would be kind of, from a distance, doing a wide circle if it's able to be gotten behind, which I assume it would be based on the devastation of the area.
The row of houses on the southeastern corner of the map is where Kerriman Banner's house is. Hers is hers is the centralmost one of those. So you can certainly easily access the front door, of course. There is an alley that goes round the back.
Alley sounds good. I think I would probably be entering the alley in a kind of like casual way and then switching to kind of like trying to move stealthily.
Hitting L3 on the PS3 pad, and dropping to getting the eye icon. Okay,
hopefully not. I don't want the eye icon. I want the.
You want the line,
Enter Lorben vision.
There doesn't seem to be anybody around in the vicinity. A lot of the day's work goes on at this time still, and a lot of people are up in the camps. So there doesn't appear to be. Give me an investigation check firstly, as you enter this alleyway.
No.
An 8. Doesn't look to be anyone around.
Sounds great. I'll take that at face value.
It's my favourite thing when you guys do bad rolls, or I'm just able to go like, looks like a rock, or
And what's great is that we get to frequently give you that moment.
You're getting so much practice.
So any entry points or anything of that nature?
As moving into the alley further, this alleyway does have or leads to a back door, and give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Which miraculously is worse than my. Of course, I roll.
Not this time.
That's good.
One of the upstairs windows on the what we would call the first floor and what Americans would call the second floor is open a crack,
Okay.
But there is also a back door, and there are ground floor windows which are closed.
I'm going to assume that the back door is locked in some way. I'll give it a little push. A little try the handle, just for sanity. Maybe I don't need to climb through the window.
It is locked.
Okay. I guess I'm going to try and climb to the window. With a little sense of regret. If there's anything I can pull to make that easier for myself, I will do so.
Right. Let me remind myself of climbing, how we do that.
Ideally, I'm gonna try and get any kind of loose debris together, or boxes, or anything I can get my hands on to make this as minimal a distance vertically as possible.
There are some, there's kind of like beams that can be used. That are sort of affixed, sort of like a Tudor style kind of look to the house, with these external beams that form the frame. That being said, they're not that convenient. Give me an athletics check, please. That will have a DC of 10. You idiot.
You absolute
God.
You fool! As if I can speak at all.
Now, is this the situation where it's like I'm incapable of doing this, or is this the situation where I'm delayed in doing this? What's the level of failure here?
That's a great question.
I'm more likely to get caught, or I'm just fucked?
I think one of two things is possible. I'm tempted to give you the choice.
I think. I'll pitch an idea. I'll try and really push, kind of Call of Cthulhu style, push this, and just like put a lot of extra fucking effort in, but potentially at the risk of making a lot of noise. And
all right.
Maybe attracting attention.
I think I accept what I want. As you begin to scale the wall of this house. You get what you think is a firm finger hold, but unfortunately this one bit of the beam looks like it may have begun to rot, and you begin to lose your grip as it kind of crumbles in your fingers. You need to pivot hard. And you try and do an incredible maneuver to steady yourself. I need an acrobatics check, but
fuck.
It's going to be an acrobatics.
Shit.
With a DC 14. If you fail, there will be consequences.
Oh, I hate
No
this.
pressure. No pressure at all.
Or if you don't want to take the roll, then you can give up on the climb.
I'm taking the roll. I don't even care what the you think I'm backing down? I'm not scared of you, Martin.
You don't play chicken with the deer.
A 19!
Hell yeah.
He was due.
Really scared of mine. I was really scared of mine.
Yeah.
You feel the beam crumble through your fingers, adjusting quick as a cat, quick as top buttons to a fucking innuendo. You scramble and find yourself somehow almost like flat against the wall, leaning back. But now, bizarrely, you have a hand that can reach up into the open window on this upper floor.
I'm gonna climb through it. I'm like looking around, just like, did anyone see that? Did anyone see that? No, fuck. No, that's good. That's a good thing. I'm just like, I'm getting into the window.
You scramble in to a very opulent looking bedroom. A grand double bed with a big wooden headboard, silk sheets. And what are you? There's there's a wardrobe, there's a chest of drawers in the room, there's a kind of dressing table, and there appears to be this is quite a large room. There also appears to be kind of like a writing desk.
Yeah, I think writing desk is an immediate go-to if he's looking for, because I think Lorben's main goal is documents or something written, something in that kind of. That's his intention. If he sees a valuable, he might have a little nab of it, but that's secondary.
So the writing desk is locked.
Bugger. Does he jimmy it? Does he jimmy it with a dagger? I think he'll look through. No, I think he's just going to go straight to trying to break it open with a dagger.
Yeah.
I think he's just going for it. He's already entered. He might as well break as well. So
this shouldn't be particularly difficult. Give me.
This is more of a just so to stop prying eyes kind of lock rather than a safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the front drawer on a desk, which is like a little keyhole. You can get into this thing for sure. The question is how much damage you're going to do.
Okay.
Give me a strength check.
Just straight strength.
I think so. Or no, tell you what,
Sure.
a dexterity check actually.
Okay. Oh, it's repeatedly playing the dice rolling noise at me, so we'll see how long this takes. There we go.
Oh no. You had one. You could only have one.
You successfully open the drawer, but it makes a much louder noise than you thought it was going to, and the front of the drawer falls off and clatters onto the ground. Something else also clatters onto the ground. A small orb, about the size of like a baseball, rolls out of where the front of the drawer used to be, and crashes onto the ground. It's made of metal, and it's kind of like a silvery colour to it, and it's sort of like patterned. And has like a ridge around the middle, around the equator of it, if you like. And on top of the orb is imprinted in a yellow letter V.
Does the V... I'm guessing it's not anything in my memory for any kind of Valencia insignia or anything of that nature.
No, it doesn't appear to be like or at least you're not aware that it's any kind of...
Yeah, it's not like an obvious sigil that I'll have known. Right, okay. Okay, that is definitely popping that in my pocket straight away.
The only other thing in the remains of this drawer that you have kind of knackered is a letter. And it's been opened. You can see that there is a wax seal still kind of affixed to the envelope, even though it's been opened. And the wax seal has the kind of a script of the letters JP imprinted into it. I assume you want to read the letter.
Oh, immediately, yes, please.
You pull out the letter, and I won't read the whole thing, but it's a letter from Senator Pangborn, Julius Pangborn. It's just signed Julius. It says at the top, sent by Falcon, 14th day of Graintide. And it just says, Keramin have arrived in Ninespire. Hope recovery continues apace. Please be reminded that you are... basically the gist of the letter is reminding Keramin that they are not they do not have political power or legal power. They are there to. Her role is to be kind of to guide, to use her business acumen to try and help steady the ship for a couple of weeks while he's away.
So would I interpret this letter as a sort of a soft telling off, basically, that they've been overextending their reach a little bit?
That,
and
or
the word of that has...
That, or it's just his general opinion of her, that while she may be the best person for the job, that doesn't necessarily mean that he loves it, you know.
Yeah, so either he's done this as a repercussion of something else, or he's just preemptively like, hey, you're this, but you are not in power. Right, okay.
That's exactly it.
So that is not a smoking gun, that is just a nuisance.
Let's while you mull over your next move, Lorben, let's go back to the Speculators Club and check in with Jeb and Ingrid, who've presumably by now perhaps taken a seat, or are you still pacing around?
I think at this point I would have sat down and kind of holding the hat. I would sort of be just like fanning it, you know, a little bit, like kind of just something to do, something to fidget with, but keeping it kind of where it's going to be best used whenever,
I think Yeah. I think I'm still like kind of pacing a little bit. Not like in a smaller radius, probably around the chairs, maybe, but not sitting down quite yet.
Ingrid, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh. Feel me now.
That's scary.
Okay.
I
know.
As you're pacing around on the chairs, your foot suddenly catches something when you're walking across the rug, and you on a 10, you stumble but do not fall.
You probably swear loudly, but and then I'll sit down. Fine.
A few moments.
All right.
Yeah, fine.
You're what I would say probably is that you kind of stubbed your toe on something, so probably your toe is kind of in some pain. It felt like you kicked something kind of quite hefty, and so your toe is perhaps a little sore.
Wait, did I see the thing that I kicked, or was it like invisible?
It was some kind of imperfection in the rug. It was something you were walking across the rug when it happened.
Oh, I kind of look at the rug a little better.
Well, give me an investigation check.
All right, that's not gonna go well.
Easy DC on this one, a 6. Yeah.
Okay.
There's something metal under the rug. If sort of knocking it with your foot, it feels like maybe like a ring, like a metal ring. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll kind of like, I'll just be like, Jeb, I think there's something under the rug, like really quietly.
What's that now? And I'll kind of lean down and like look where you're pointing and try to.
Feels like a ring of some sort,
Under the rug?
like a trapdoor.
And I'll kind of look and listen to see if I hear like footsteps approaching.
Oh, give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because like don't want to be like investigating this if somebody's coming just yet. This is perception. Okay. Perception. Give me.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I have news that's gonna delight and also frustrate you. You can hear footsteps coming.
Damn it.
You hear 2 sets of footsteps coming back towards where you are.
Okay, so I see Ingrid pointing, and I go, "Someone's coming." And I'm kind of like, "Come sit down, come sit down." Yeah.
Yeah. Sit down.
Gorham
And totally not staring at it.
re-enters the room with Karaman, and sort of he just kind of gestures towards the two of you, and she walks over towards you. I'm trying to think if I've ever done a physical description of Karaman.
I'm trying to remember too.
I actually don't think
I have a vision of her in my mind, but yeah, I'd love to hear like how you have her.
Go on then. You tell me yours.
Okay. Well, first of all, is she human, elvish?
Karen Bowers is human, yeah.
Human. Okay, so I see kind of a svelte, like not old, kind of middle-aged, like maybe, kind of like sharp features, kind of silvery hair, kind of up, like tight around her face. A little bit of a what's her name in The Devil Wears Prada? I'm sorry.
Meryl Streep.
I'm struggling.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Yeah, kind of a Meryl Streep Devil Wears Prada, but like not quite that extravagantly dressed, but like very much like business look. You know what I mean? Like wearing something that's clearly like expensive.
He shoots,
material.
he scores. That sounds great. There you go. That's what Karen Bowers looks like. She comes striding, and you can see her lips are sort of pursed into her approximation of a smile. She's trying to look really warm and friendly. Is that? But anyone else you would not buy that from. She.
So.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ingrid. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm very sorry. I just want to paint Jeb in this moment. Ingrid, you would look over to Jeb, and his expression would be very like, but you would see his mouth kind of like, Caraman, and like a very like fake politeness to her, and get up and kind of like, well, it's nice to see you again. How are you? Extremely false politeness.
She obviously only met you once briefly. It was quite a negative interaction, but she doesn't. But there's no kind of sign of that on her face. She says, "Yes, a delight to see you again as well. Please, won't you both take a seat?" She says, "I've been waiting for representatives to come to discuss matters. So I'm glad you're finally here." She pulls up she looks down at the rug and sort of like stares at it a second and then kind of smooths it out with her foot a little bit and then takes a seat. Mm-hmm. She's brought with her a kind of quite a hefty looking book which she sets on the side table next to her, and Gorham has seen himself out of the room. Karaman says, "Yes, well, I'm glad you are here. Obviously, it's been an incredibly busy few weeks, so I suppose it would have been more difficult for me to meet with you much sooner. We are, of course, very keen to open discussions regarding the continuation of trade with the Holland Hills." She looks at Jeb, and of course with our dear partners in Iron Glen. So I think it's only fair that I explain about how things are working around here currently, so that you can return to your masters with the fullest of information. Unfortunately, sadly, our entire market registry building was destroyed, and as such, it's been really hard. We've had unfortunately some less than reputable sorts come around here trying to pick the bones of our community in the aftermath of this tragedy by trying to set up their own businesses and take advantage of our reduced capacity and so on here. So, on the guidance of on the instruction of Senator Pangborn, he has entrusted me with the business affairs of the town for the time being until things are kind of straightened out. So at present, what we will require is for applications to be completed by your masters. So she looks at Ingrid and says, "I suppose if you would be dealing with the Forge Master at Iron Glen." She looks at Jeb. "I apologise. I'm not quite sure what your arrangement is where you're from, but you would need to take the applications back with you to your homelands and complete them, and then there's just a few weeks waiting period while that's all sorted out. We look into the arrangements, and after that we can make a decision on, and then you're essentially applying for a license to trade again within Oakenford at the moment.
Martin, is this a practice that was ever applied to trade in Oakenford and Jeb's understanding?
It was very straightforward. Like, you were registered with the market registry, because there were people who would try and set up businesses that were outside of the usual channels.
Sure.
There's, you know, I don't need to write a fucking book on tax law. There were taxes and stuff that was applicable. So that there was.
You haven't done that for your world building?
there was a system in place, but it was not convoluted. It was actually pretty simple, and Oakenford partly became this trading hub because of the ease with which you did trade.
Yes.
So yeah, that's kind of the latest.
Okay. I'll say, may I? And kind of gesturing at to see, like, if do you have one of these applications that I could review, please?
I can certainly get one for you. I thought it might be best to have a conversation first and just ensure that everyone understood. The other option is, and I will say that a lot of our traders in town have taken this option, and seem to be very happy with it. I would say that you can become employees of the Bounders Foundation, and then we can get you trading much sooner, and it just works under a kind of employment under the foundation, kind of reporting into me. We can get you trading up within a few days if that's more convenient for you.
Who in town has agreed to this arrangement?
Oh well, Mr. Flinders, of course. I'm trying to remember some of the others. Xavier Tinflint at the moment, the smith, is he's working as part of the foundation as well. His brother, I think, is kind of just subcontracting with him or something. I'm not sure quite what the arrangement is there, but the business itself, his smithing, his smithy is kind of contracted now to. It's become part of the Bounders family, if you like.
Let's see. All right.
But I can get the paperwork. Would you like to the applications?
I'm curious to see that.
And for you,
before any decisions are made, you understand.
She looks at Ingrid. It's like, I gather the papers for yourself as well.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful.
I don't think Ingrid has had any part of trading. I feel like she has run her shop, but that's about it. So
Yep.
she is absolutely bluffing that she knows everything about this.
All right, I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll get my side of things completed first anyway, so I won't be too long. She disappears back out into an adjacent room.
As she left, was it somebody else that was with her? Was it Pangborn?
No,
he's not here.
No, he's not here. Goran was with. He'd already saw himself out. He's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he just escorted her to us. I see. Okay.
This is just us.
I'm gonna quickly, kind of as she leaves, earshot, say like, Ingrid, I don't know about this. I want to see what the stipulations of this contract are and what it entails.
Yeah.
I get a feeling that it is going to be very predatory.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel right.
No, it don't feel right. And looking around again, it's like this building looking so much nicer than anywhere else in town. I think reflects on exactly the kind of business that they run. I don't think anybody should be part of it.
I feel like it's kind of early to start thinking about trading. There's barely any buildings built right now.
I agree with that as well.
Yeah, this is a little insensitive.
That don't sit well. That's how she's been from the beginning. Right before the dust had even settled and people were buried in the ground that we lost, she was already trying to find ways to make money off of people needing housing. So, I don't like this one bit. And
seems like a great person. Mm-hmm.
Maybe after we reconvene with Lorben, we can figure out a way to look into what you kicked. What was that? I couldn't tell.
I don't know. I want to look at it. if you want to
Look
like
some big
keep an
metal
eye
or
out,
another.
I can like kind of look. I can look at real quick. I don't know how long she's gonna be, but
We may not have
do you
time
think?
now, but we know where it
She
is, right? I
said
think
she's
we
kind of
can-
indicated that she'd be gone a few minutes. So I mean,
Oh, she
Yeah.
is?
it's up
Okay.
to you,
I could at least look at it.
right?
Yeah, just do you think you could real quick? I'll keep an ear out
It's like
for us.
pull up the I'll just like pull up the carpet.
You pull up the rug, and yeah, your instinct was right on, Ingrid. It looks like a door. It's an Ingrid with it's an Ingrid. It's a trap door with a metal ring, that acts as a handle.
What in the
The
world?
music changed. There's like
Here we go.
Oh yeah,
vocals.
what the fuck is this?
it's like I'll start off. Sorry.
It
like,
sounds
yeah,
a trapdoor
okay.
and it got sultry in
It's
here.
it's very nice. But actually, I think we need. I think
Secret
house.
club down there.
now we found a mysterious door. I think let's go for something a little more tense. It is indeed a trap door of sorts.
Like it's a trapdoor. This is a trapdoor. I was right. What?
All right, I think we need to come back here when we got Lorben with us and investigate that. I don't think we need to do
Yeah.
anything right now. Let's just play it cool, all right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'll like put the
can
carpet
imagine
back
what
and
that
make
would
sure
be.
it's nice.
Well,
yeah.
speaking
good
of
call.
Lorben, let's head back over to the Bounder's household. Lorben,
Take me a
you
while to
discovered
make sure the
this.
carpet is right.
You discovered this orb with a V on top, and this letter from Senator Pangborn. There are other papers in the desk, but they're looking through them. They don't appear to be of any kind of material consequence to what you are. There's correspondence with people in different towns, but there's nothing that kind of indicates. There's nothing relating to the foundation or anything like that.
I think what I will do is grab a few of them at random, so it doesn't seem as targeted that one letter is missing and nothing else is. Because it seems sensible to try and frame this as a random breaking and entering as much as possible. To which point, I'm going to start ransacking the wardrobe and looking for any kind of more secret documents.
Love it.
Of any kind.
Give me an investigation check.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Not bad.
You what does it look like? You know, I mean, are you throwing all the clothes out, or
He's kind of like opening the doors. At first, he's kind of like sliding things away, but then he kind of just rips some things that are in his way out of it. It's just like off the hanger or whatever it's on at the time, and they're just kind of like shuffling things out. Maybe there's like a little loose part. Like it is not a. I think as soon as that door came off of the writing desk, he was kind of like, okay. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
This is now a visible breaking and entering, so there is no use in being sly in what is or isn't being searched. I'm just going for it. You know what I mean?
As you're ransacking it, you do find, as you kind of make contact with the bottom of the inside of the wardrobe, it's hollow, and actually as you hit it, the floor, you kind of punch a hole in the bottom of the wardrobe.
Okay. What's in that hole, baby? Forget that.
In that hole, you kind of peer down inside it. You can see a leather-bound book. The hole is not yet big enough to pull the book through. Are we in for several more pounds?
Yes. All of the pounds.
We are deeply investing in the pounds.
You tear the hole open, and pull out a red leather-bound book. And as you open it up, what you find is it is a log. Appears to be like a log of all the businesses and traders in Oakenford.
Current or previous or entire?
How
How deep
It
does
dates.
that go?
It dates to before the meteorite. So it's a list of they've all got all of these things. It looks like it's been added to over several years, perhaps. And each of in the margins, or rather at the top of of each page, there are notes on each page that appear to be almost like a status, and it's like this spice trader no longer operating in Oakenford, and that's dated from 3 years ago. You've got so and so, the tailor, now retired, but where it says retired, it also says rights acquired. The next page is Holo Flinders, herbalist, and at the top of the page, the notes indicate the status as contracted to the Bounders Foundation. Greg Gannon, Gilded Bear, status independent, operational, and so on. So there's all these businesses, and what you can see from that is that quite a few of the traders and businesses, Xavier Tinflint, the Smith, has now come under the Bounders Foundation now. There's a couple that are marked as being deceased in the meteorite incident. In fact, quite a few of those.
Yeah.
And some of those are then noted that they are now part of the Bounders Foundation. Some of them are noted that the rights unknown or not applicable, like the business is just kind of dissolved with their death, or maybe the business is dissolved anyway. So there's all these different entries, but what it looks like is a log of a status of all the businesses within Oakenford.
I think this paints a picture towards trying to build a monopoly, but I don't know if it is in and of itself enough. That makes sense. But like it's good, but I feel like I need to find more.
At that
But
moment,
I've been here for a while. There it is.
you hear the front door open downstairs.
Okay, that's not so bad.
And you hear footsteps kind of pacing around downstairs.
But just downstairs.
Downstairs.
Okay. I move silently, or I walk silently at least.
Yes.
So for the time being, I can continue searching, but just at a slower pace, I think.
Okay.
I'll do so. I think worst case scenario, realistically, I could be out that window within 6 seconds. It hurt, but I could do it. So I think I'm gonna keep looking under that bed and see what we got. Let's just see what we can steal. Let's get some documents, you know?
Give me an investigation check for the rest of the room.
Yeah, that's good. I keep forgetting what my bonus is to that. Oh, it's nothing, that's why.
No. A 9.
Not great.
You scramble. You look under the bed, in cabinets, drawers, everything you can find, being as quiet as you can.
Yeah.
You haven't uncovered anything else that you think is of consequence, and then you begin to hear footsteps coming upstairs.
Okay, quick thinking. If I keep saying it's true. Can I do anything of interest before I leave to make this look a little bit more... No, I'm just going to get out the window. I don't think I can do anything else to make this look more like just a robbery, an attempted robbery, than just getting out that window.
Can I clarify? Have you taken with you the letter, the book,
yes,
and the orb?
Letter, book, orb, and I believe those are the only 3. And for what it matters, arbitrary documents amongst the writing desk as well. Not all of them, but just some.
Okay. Nice.
If
Cool.
there were
Yeah,
any valuables in that wardrobe as well, just to maybe make it, look like a robbery. Not a robbery, just to look like a robbery.
there's a silver pendant on the dressing table.
That's going in the pocket.
Nice. Awesome. You bail out of the window. Are you jumping from this first floor window to the ground? Or,
how much time pressure am I feeling? How close are these footsteps?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm jumping through that window.
Whoa! First.
Now, when you say through the window, I hope you presumably mean the open gap that you left open, right?
He is going full Ralph
Yeah,
Wiggum,
okay,
like-
through the gap. I considered it, through the gap.
Give me an athletics check, please.
Oh, thank God. Yeah!
You bail out of this window as gracefully as you possibly can and land in
I feel like it might be your choice.
Land in a crumpled heap on the floor.
Hell yeah. How much damage did I take?
He's like, well, he's dead.
Give me a... Hang on.
Normally D6 per 10 feet. However, I landed bad. I would accept more if required.
1d6 bludgeoning damage per 10 feet fallen.
Normally, yeah.
Give me 2d6, please.
2d6. That's how you roll 2.
You take 6 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
You are at you're down about a third of your health.
I'm almost half.
Yeah.
It's been a day.
It has been a
Yeah,
day.
no worries. Rodney pops his head out the bag and just snarls at you "Ah!"
I'm gonna give him the silver pendant.
he looks much happier and just ducks back inside the bag.
There we go. Good Rodney. Good Rodney.
As you pick yourself up, Lorben, what's going on? Where are you headed?
Out the alleyway.
Out the alley. Okay.
I think this is the time to Scarpa. Yeah. I'm going to keep the amulet in with the silver pendant, in with Rodney. Because that's the safest place on my person, unfortunately.
Yes.
Everything else I'll keep more immediately on my person.
Yeah, got it. Let's go back to the Speculators Club. Jeb and Ingrid, you're sitting there waiting for Karaman to return. You've discovered a trap door. Ingrid, you're staring at this trap door. Dare you open it, or
smoothing the carpet?
Oh, you've smoothed the carpet back over it. Okay.
Yeah, I think we've agreed that we kind of need to figure this out with Lorben and maybe come back sometime.
Okay, so Karaman returns carrying a bunch of paperwork. She sort of looks at it and sort of divides it into two piles and hands one to each of you. And says, "Yes, well, these are the applications, as I say. So you'll need to take those back and discuss those, I'm sure, with your respective superiors. But as I say, I'm sorry I can't grant you too much more of my time. I have other meetings to get to, I'm afraid. But I want to stress that we are very keen indeed to get Oakenford back on its feet and back, to full strength as soon as possible. And we do regard our partnerships with the Holland Hills and with Iron Glen as very, very essential parts of that."
Oh, well, I'm sure you do. Thank you.
Is there anything you need from me?
So I'm taking a second since we kind of have an opportunity to do so.
She looks down at the rug and smooths it out with her foot again.
I'm just thinking in my head, that looks exactly like it did when I came in. Come on.
Yeah. When Miss Bounders, when is the goal to have everything kind of back up and running?
Well, there's a lot of moving
I know
parts
there's
there.
still a lot needs doing.
Yes, it's. I fear it's too early to say. I mean, realistically, the full recovery will likely take a few years, but I would love to see us back as a trading hub within perhaps half a year. It does take. These things do take time.
Yeah. We noticed the tents coming into town. I reckon those are a gift from the
Yes,
foundation.
well, we're managing all the kind of temporary shelter and all the temporary food rationing as well at the moment. So we'll, those all fall within the purview of the Bounders Foundation.
And I would assume as philanthropic and mindful as you are, hand is on chest here, that all the funding and everything that these partners that you're bringing in is going to go toward the betterment and the home building of the town, of course, because you can't properly have a good market without its society being taken care of. Of course, you understand this.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Of course, yes. The aim of the Bounders Foundation is only to be for the betterment of Oakenford Crossroads and all who dwell within, and of course those who come to trade.
I want an insight check.
Give me it.
I want to see if she's telling. I want to see how sincere she seems in saying that. All right. Damn it. Okay.
You say, damn it, that's one of your best rolls.
Since the campaign began.
Yeah, that's like top 10 rolls.
That's right.
She's speaking. She seems sincere. I guess the question is, she says for the betterment of Oakenford. Well, her opinion on what that is might differ from yours.
Yeah. So like I think the way I would take that, as you're saying, is like I like what I'm hearing, but I'm still I don't quite believe it, but I guess on that it's like, well, her heart seems to be in the right place, but what does that mean exactly?
She goes,
Maybe.
she goes, return to me when you have the applications completed and we'll get everything sorted out. And again, if you do wish to instead join the Bounders Foundation, a lot of people do find that easier, but I'll leave it with you. I must be off. You'll see yourselves out?
Of course.
All right. Lovely to see you again. She turns on her heels,
nice day, ma'am.
heads out back the way she came.
Gone. Yeah.
Lorben, what are you up to?
Carrying a tome of paper.
I think I'm probably hanging around, assuming I'd have seen where they were going, right? So I'd have been hanging around near the entrance exit of that area, just trying to look inconspicuous and not being near the other place, I think, is probably the smart thing to do.
Very, very smart, I would say, yeah. Jeb and Ingrid, what are you up to?
I think we're both walking with our big stack of papers kind of back.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big, it's like a handful,
okay.
It's not like reams and reams,
Yeah, it's not for you, Martin. They're only this big. Like,
We're so small, okay?
I am 3 apples tall. I am just a little guy running around.
Jeb's just like a petite little rat. Is just a
I have to look around
guy.
the side of my big giant stack of papers, and I'm tripping and falling down.
I accidentally step on Jeb and kill him immediately.
So Jeb and Ingrid, you're heading back outside as well, right?
Yeah,
so
as we do.
Yeah,
let's assume you've convened in the outdoor area. I guess it's now kind of getting into sort of maybe like 6 p.m. sort of time. Sun's kind of setting now. It's I don't know if we've really talked too much about the seasons. By the way, it's what is known in Pleiadian as grain tide, which is equivalent to autumn.
Okay, nice.
What is the current date of grain tide?
It's the 22nd.
Okay. I will now be meticulously tracking the dates of this entire campaign.
Then I guess I'd better do the same then.
No, I was only asking mainly in reference to when the letter was dated.
Yes, indeed. That was the 14th, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was sent just over,
been
or arrived by Falcon just
exactly
over
a week ago.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the three of you,
yeah.
the three of you reconvene in the center then.
Yeah.
What are those papers?
Oh, yeah, we gotta look at these. we got these. We met with Miss Bounders, and these are apparently contracts for trade in Oakenford Crossing. That I want to look at very closely and see what exactly it entails. Apparently, she's bringing people into the Foundation as partners to sell here.
Or paperwork.
That's right.
That looks awful.
I've never done any trading, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Aren't you a blacksmith?
I own a shop. I don't do the trading. That's one of my other people.
Don't people come and buy things from you?
Yes, from the shop.
But
I sell things.
She
to them.
doesn't.
They
She
go
doesn't.
away.
She
That's
doesn't.
all.
She doesn't transport goods to other places. You know.
I see. Right. I'm thinking trading is very literally the verb to trade an item, whereas
Yeah.
you're thinking like to be a trader.
I don't-
kind of
Yes,
trading. Got you.
exactly.
Trade with-
Yes.
Happy to help.
I'm just like, do you just have like? I'm just thinking of those like those libraries where you just take a book, leave a book kind of thing. It's just that for weapons. Okay, so I found a collection of things in her place. Can I have a little look around just see if there's anyone listening to us right now?
Should we
Give
go
me-
to our room that we have and maybe just chill and talk about this?
Yeah.
Maybe-
All right, that's a good idea.
Get some dinner
Get up to that
and
room, and then Lorben, you can reveal the items. So, just in the interest of time, we're going to assume you kind of discuss the contents which you all heard earlier of the book, the letter, and and then this also mysterious orb.
The mysterious orb.
I love a mysterious orb. I'm gonna ponder it. You better
With
believe
the
I am.
letter. Oh, he's pondering that orb. You can't stop him.
Don't even try.
It's not worth it.
I would never.
We've lost it. Fully lost it. So the yellow V is interesting because that is meaningless to me. I don't know if that has any significance to you.
Yeah, could I have a look at that and just think if that means anything to Jeb at all? Or like looking at like the texture and pattern to see if any of that like looks like it's supposed to represent something?
Yeah, because this item is meaningless to us, I believe, currently.
Everybody, give me
from the numerals.
everybody give me a perception check. DC 12.
Okay.
Ingrid, you get it with advantage.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Well, that paid off beautifully, didn't it? Ingrid,
Yeah.
it's dwarven made.
Yes.
Oh.
You can tell from the craft that the from the way that the metal is worked. You're a smith. You can tell just from looking at it that this thing was made by dwarves.
Can I have that? Can I see that?
Yes, please.
This is a dwarven craft. Do I know what it would be crafted for?
No.
This is definitely dwarven made.
You know what?
Look how good it
give me
That's
give me a history check actually, Ingrid, with advantage actually. DC 12 again.
Okay. I'm gonna need advantage on that.
Nice. You don't know what this is for, but you have heard of things like this being used as elaborate door opening mechanisms. It's almost like it might be not quite a key, but might be used as part of an elaborate construction for things like vault doors.
Oh.
Do I understand the significance of like the V on it?
No, I'm
Is that
afraid
just
not.
like a logo kind of thing?
Could that V stand for Vanguard?
Mm-hmm.
Like, surely it's more complicated than that, right? Like,
I saw the tapestry. Is there any sort of, or was there like a similar symbol on that?
No, the Vanguard Party's banner doesn't contain a V on it. Actually, none of their symbols are a V.
Okay. Yeah.
it's not. Maybe maybe if that's what it's used for. I'm assuming that you're kind of relaying this to us as we're figuring it.
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maybe it's meant to indicate direction. Maybe it's supposed to point in a certain direction when it's placed. I'm just trying to figure out like maybe what that might mean.
I think until we find the corresponding mechanism, it may just be meaningless to us, I think.
Well, there's something interesting, Lorben. When we went to meet, Ingrid stubbed her foot on something under the rug, and lo and behold, there was a trap door under there.
Yeah.
I do, and I will tell you too. Caramon was very interested in making sure that rug was straight and smoothed out. I'm wondering if maybe there's something we need to investigate in there.
I do fear that I wasn't the stealthiest I've ever been.
If you've ever heard the phrase take nothing but photos, leave nothing but footprints, he may not have abided by that.
I was this close to letting Rodney shit on her bed. It was I wasn't caught, and they don't know it was me, assuming there was no witnesses nearby. Fingers crossed. But if this is the key, she knows it's missing.
So we need
At
to
some
get down
point
there soon. Then
at some point in the midst of this conversation, however long it goes on for, you suddenly hear from out of your bedroom window a cry. And Jeb and Ingrid, you certainly recognise it as Gorham's voice, and you actually hear a bell beginning to ring, clang, clang, clang. He's like, Miss Bounders, Miss Bounders, Miss Bounders.
I don't think you should go outside.
You've been robbed.
Stay here.
Oh, fuck.
And I think there is where.
Why does this keep happening to me?
Where we will have to leave things for today. The clamour has gone up in Oakenford.
yes,
A robbery has been
Holy shit!
identified, and we will find out.
When will I learn that my actions have consequences?
So, why does this keep happening to me when I keep going in and smashing up the place?
I keep doing stuff and people keep reacting to it. I don't get how this game's meant to be played, Martin. I don't understand.
Well, you see, Griggs, the way you play it is you roll the dice. You're always disappointed at the result, and then you just deal with what happened.
Yep.
Oh, I have to
That's
do
my
it right.
experience, at least. That's what it looks like
That's
for me.
So next time we will find out the outcome of this and pick up with the after effects of
goodness.
Lorben's I'll say it, botched burglary job, and we'll find out more, I'm sure, about the Bounders Foundation, Kerriman Bounders, and all the rest of it. Will Senator Pangborn return? What will become of Miss Hempel? Is Mirabelle okay? All these questions and more will be answered, I'm sure, next time.
time on Written in the Stars.
Regrettably, the next session will not now be for, I mean, we'll need to put our heads together, but it won't be until at least Sunday the 12th. So that's 4 weeks from now, because I'm going to be away. I'm not available any weekend until then. So we'll put our heads together and figure that out. And
you're gonna be roiling around with degenerates.
Yeah, I'll have been cuddling Phil in the meantime.
Wow.
We'll just do it from your house.
Hey, honestly,
I'll drive.
we could. Yeah, get over here, Griggs. Load up into Martin's luggage and just come on.
Yeah,
Sold.
yeah. It's like what, I don't know, 10 hours, something like that.
Easy.
It's fine.
But anyway, thank you, players, for another great session. Once again, you befuddled and baffled me in various ways, and one day we'll get
You're welcome.
One day we'll get the opportunity to pour through everything and various detours along the way. But wonderful stuff as always. Great play. Any questions? I think I'm a bit knackered for Stars and Wishes, so we'll perhaps do perhaps do that next time. It's been quite a long session anyway. But if anyone has any final questions, comments, thoughts, etc., far away.
I think anytime we go longer than 4 hours, we get the sillies. And it falls apart so quick.
It's a lot of fun.